Is this even enough for a tier list? This is well. I mean, there's a lot to talk about here. You're very passionate.
Uh, yeah, we'll see.
And the main person we need here is Jackson. I haven't even seen most of the new
What?
ones. So
You haven't
I
seen
said
them?
the new ones.
Kinda.
Yeah, you should still see them though. They're history.
No, I wouldn't. I honestly wouldn't recommend the new trilogy to even my worst enemy. I think they're just bad movies.
The first one that came out of the new trilogy, I remember it very well because I was passing a kidney stone.
That sounds about as much fun as watching one of the new trilogy movies.
There is only one thing on this list that I haven't seen.
Is that
Whoa.
Reels or Rebels?
No, I've seen Rebels. I haven't seen Resistance, the one next to it. I don't even know what that is.
I've never seen that either. I've never even heard of it, but it looks like some kind of Lego thing.
Star Wars tier list, baby. It's what I was born to do.
Alright.
Everything in S tier.
Do you want? Do you want to change the tiers? I think the top tier should be Darth Jar Jar.
Dude, I was gonna say that too. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, Darth Jar Jar is the most fun fan theory ever.
Yeah, I love it. And then F tier can just be normal Jar Jar. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, that guy's a piece of shit.
And then A tier can be Rap Jar Jar. When we had the guys.
Well, beatbox Jar Jar. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. Just all Jar Jar tears. No, fuck it, I'm not creative enough to come up with more Jar Jars.
I think that's good enough. Then you have Master Knight and Padawan in between. I think that's fine.
Wait, what about regular Jar Jar where Padawan is, and at the end we can have
James
Jar Jar
Corden.
Yeah. Jar Jar Corden, perfect. You just leave it like that. You don't need to respect his last name.
No.
What, right?
Otherwise, people might be confused who we're talking about.
Yes. Who is this Codren? Jar Jar Codren.
What's this? Is this New Hope? This one right here?
Yep. That first one is A New Hope. Star Wars movie made in like 1977. What do you think? Where would you put that?
I haven't seen the original trilogy since college, so it's been like 6 years for me. I really liked rewatching them. New Hope wasn't my favorite though.
Okay. Interesting.
I
Why?
think it's very good, but my favorite was actually Return of the Jedi.
Whoa. Okay.
Yep.
That's not what I expected at all.
Mhm.
All right. So A New Hope.
But
would
you-
go in
yeah.
A for me. It would go not at the top, but yeah.
Beatbox Jar Jar.
Yeah, and the reason why is I think it sets up the universe pretty well. It's got an interesting story, and it was like ahead of its time in terms of like effects and stuff. Yeah, I just think it's an impressive movie for the time.
When was the last time you saw it?
I watched them all like every 2 years maybe, so probably last Christmas I would say.
Okay. That makes sense
Yeah.
then. I'm sure most of you know that Nier is one of my favorite franchises of all time. I believe Nier and Nier Automata tell the most impressive stories in all of video gaming. I think they're extremely well told and really, really good. So I'm extremely happy to say that the same team behind Nier has created a mobile game in the Nier universe called Nier Reincarnation. It's a free-to-play action RPG for Android and iOS devices, and it is not only super fun to play, but it also gives you more Nier lore. I'm super deep into the story and the universe of Nier, so getting more of that is fantastic for me. The game's an action RPG that features turn-based battles and is the creation of the all-star team with creative director Yoko Taro, composer Kichi Okabe from Monica, and producer Yosuke Saito. Sorry if I got any of those name pronunciations wrong, but it is a team of actual geniuses. Currently, there's a collaboration running with Nier Replicant, and the collab will end on October 7th. The game's free to download in the App Store and on Google Play. So if you're interested in trying out Nier Reincarnation, make sure to click the link in the description below to get started. Did you see, well, I don't know if this is even like anything out there, but I know that the movie was immediately labeled as like dog shit and saved with editing. Is there like an unedited version? Like, is there anything like that exists? Because I'd be very curious to see what it looked like before it was saved.
No, I don't. Yeah, no, I don't think it exists. But the story is that his wife had to take over and start editing for him. I think her name's like Marsha Lucas, I think. So yeah, she saved the film basically. George couldn't do anything right.
So does George even deserve most of the credit then?
I don't think so. Yes, because he had the original idea, I guess, and he's an alright director, I suppose. But he's like a one-hit wonder, really. The movies he did before that weren't great by any means.
Thanks for some
She
gold,
got an
man.
Oscar for it too, so she's alright.
His wife got an Oscar for the editing.
Yeah, the editing really did save it.
So she was the one that introduced all the fucking goofy transitions that still exist in all the movies today.
Yeah, those like cliches still exist.
Yeah.
Those
Windows Movie Maker effects.
window what are they called? Windows wipes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think this is just history. I don't think it belongs anywhere under A.
I agree. That's fine. Episode 2, you and I actually watched the new trilogy not too long ago. You fucking hated this movie. I liked it. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, you're such a weird man.
Why? It's a fun movie.
It was so bad.
They have like they have the goofy little gladiatorial fight at the end where he's like, "Yes, this is easy."
Oh my god, it's an F tier for me. But you
No.
explain yourself. It's James Corden for me. I mean, Jar Jar Corden.
You would Jar Jar Corden this?
It is. If there was a tier below Jar Jar Corden, it would be going there. But
You make me say, Jackson, you didn't even dislike it that much. You're just trying to appease the hardcore Star Wars fans. It's
no,
not
don't
that
you dare
bad.
besmirch my
And then
name.
they have Yoda fight Count Dooku, and then
It's so bad. It doesn't even look cool.
how is it not cool? He catches a little lightning. He's like, ooh. And then he throws a little debris on top of Anakin. It is a so bad it's good movie. I think it is very fun.
What about the fact that Natalie Portman is like totally fine with Anakin slaughtering a whole city, and they fall in love just like that for no reason?
But they killed his mommy. She's like, you know what? I'd probably do the same thing too. I'd commit genocide if that happened to me too.
He died immediately as soon as he showed up. Who's to say he didn't kill her?
Well, that's an interesting theory, I suppose.
What if he was so angry and stressed about the whole situation he reached out and like force choked her to death?
Now we're getting pretty deep. I don't think you have enough proof there for like Darth Jar Jar levels of intricacy, but I'd be curious to explore it. Thanks
So where are you putting this? You know where I'm putting it.
Well, I'm averaging R2. If it was me, I'd put it in night. This would be
Really?
yeah.
You loved it when we watched it.
I liked it.
Stop sucking its dick.
I had a good big smile on my face for most of that movie. I had a goofy fucking grin. I thought it was super fun. You know, you have C-3PO going through like the fucking industrial machines and shit. It's good.
I thought it was fucking awful, and I've always thought it was awful.
You
even
did-
as a kid. Even as a kid, I was like, "What the fuck's going on?"
You are putting on a strong face for the 5 Star Wars fanatics in here, Jackson, that are trying to parrot
swear,
that idea. It is.
I swear, fellow
You
Star
did
Wars
not.
fans, I'm with you.
You did not hate it that much when we rewatched it. You did not.
Well, that's just because we were watching it together and goofing
No,
around. That's
no,
always a lot more fun.
no.
No, I distinctly remember saying like, "What the fuck are you going on about? Why do you like it so much?"
I recorded those, Jackson. I still have the proof. You don't want me
release
to.
it.
You don't want me to release those tapes.
Release it, I dare you. I'll just come out with my own press release saying it's edited. Defect.
Marshall Lucas took hold of this one as well. It's a fucking fine movie. It's not great. It is a so bad it's good fun ride of a movie.
So bad it's good. I don't think so. I don't think it's not cheesy. Well, it is cheesy.
It is
but
super
it's not-
cheesy.
It's not fun enough. I don't.
And it's even important in today's society, Jackson, because now we have the meme from it where it's you're gonna help, right? Right? You remember that meme with the Anakin? You know what I'm talking about. That's from this movie.
Oh yeah. You're right. So that should be going even lower then, because it contributed to memes, right? You hate memes.
No, I don't like memes, but I'm just saying it's an important movie.
Oh my god.
Is the front flat?
What about the whole Camino arc? Do you like that? Where the planet's missing for some reason?
I think that's great. Yeah.
The political intrigue there. The only thing I like about the Clone Wars is that like it kind of makes Sidious look kind of cool because he planned everything from the start. That's about it.
I don't even remember it establishing that.
Remember, Sidious put the clone army plan in motion.
Oh, right.
He
Yeah,
was-
because they went to that planet where the
Yeah.
clones are getting made, and they established that. And they met Jango Fett.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, you meet Jango Fett. Like, that's super fucking cool.
But they turned Jango Fett into like a bitch, and same with Boba. Although, all right, okay, it did have the cool Jango Fett Slave One, what do you call it, concussion bomb sound effect, and that was pretty cool. I'll go Jar Jar for it.
All right, then I'll keep it there. I think I would personally put it in Knight, but I'll average this together and we'll keep it in Jar Jar. Like the resub
Alright,
Rogue and
sounds fair.
Cisco's.
What's next?
Rebels. I've never seen this. You've seen this, I
It's
guess.
it's a children's show. It's pretty standard. I think it's worse than Clone Wars. I'd put it in Jar Jar as well. Oh, actually, maybe Knight.
Well, tell me a little about it. Is it cool at all? Anything cool happen?
It's just a story of like a youngling who survives past the Order 66 stuff, and then a Jedi who's in exile trains him, and they go on a few hijinks and stuff. You see the conclusion of the Ahsoka and Darth Vader story, at least currently. There's some cool moments and stuff, but it's still just like a children's show. I don't know. It's alright. I wouldn't say it's like super bad or anything, but it's not to the same level as like Clone Wars in my mind.
Okay, then I'll put it. I'll keep it in Knight. And you haven't seen this one, right?
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't know what that one is.
I'll just put it in. I'll just put it in Jar Jar Corden because it's for kids, and Star Wars is not meant for kids. It's for adults.
People are saying that it's Corden, so that sounds about right. I haven't heard anything about it, so I can't imagine it's good.
Okay, then I'll just keep it in Corden.
Return of the Jedi, baby.
I fucking love Return of the Jedi. This is the most hated in the original trilogy, though, right?
It's the least liked. I don't know if I'd say hated.
I fucking like Return of the Jedi.
What's your favorite part about it?
I just like how everything culminates at the end. I think it's just a very satisfying movie. Like, there's no real complaints I have about Return of the Jedi.
My complaint is the Ewoks. Like, just
I love the what? You just hate fun. You literally just hate fun. You take your Star Wars too fucking seriously. The Ewoks are so good.
But then that's like how it. That's how it all concludes. Is the Ewoks save
Yeah,
the day?
the Ewoks are fucking great, and they make cute little noises. They're very like little,
They're cute.
little teddy bears.
I think A tier for Return of the Jedi.
Well, yeah, I mean, Star Wars fans would have our heads if we put that at Darth Jar Jar. I understand that I'm in the minority opinion that I think it's the strongest of the original, but I stand by it.
I've met a lot of people that say that that's their favorite as well. And you're right, it does have a pretty satisfying conclusion with like the Luke and Vader scenes and Vader redeeming himself finally, like finishing the prophecy or whatever. There is strong elements there, and I like it. It's just I don't think it's S tier for me, at least.
That's fine. I mean, I'll let that ride.
All right, here we go.
This
is gonna be controversial.
I love Revenge of the Sith.
This is S tier for me.
I fucking love you. It's so good. Like,
so good.
Set aside George Lucas's goofiness. Just throw that shit away. Every element in that movie I thought was a great idea, even if executed poorly.
I don't think a lot of it was executed poorly.
Some of it's pretty goofy though.
Like what?
The fucking Kenobi fight against Grievous. I think that's really goofy.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that the Kenobi versus Skywalker.
No. Kenobi versus Grievous. I think it's really goofy.
I kind of loved that fight as well because it makes sense. He had to adjust his fighting style to accommodate for the Force sabers.
Yeah, but it's kind of dumb. He like peels apart his titties and he's like, "There it is," and he fucking blasts it. It's pretty goofy.
But that made Grievous that was the first introduction to Grievous. I'm pretty sure, at least. Was it actually? Maybe there was like a cartoon or something with him, but it was the first introduction on the big screen, and it made him pretty imposing. I think it made him look like otherworldly and cool.
No, I think Grievous is super cool, but I just think the fight was pretty lame. At least the way that he finally kills him, I think, is kind of lame. His death is cool, like it looks cool, like he fucking like melts inside out. But I just think like peeling apart and seeing a beating heart in his chest was kind of dumb.
So from that trilogy, though, I think Revenge of the Sith is the most cohesive movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the strongest elements, and it feels like a solid story. Like you have really cool emotional moments, and it's not held down by the previous two movies, which is good.
Absolutely, and I just thought of the biggest, goofiest thing, the fucking ending. I'm sure we can spoil the ending by now.
Oh, yeah.
Where she's like, she's actually totally fine, but she's lost her will to live, so she's dead.
She chose to die.
Yeah, it's fucking, like, it's super, there's so many dumb things in there, but I love the ideas. If you could have thought of a way to, like, actually have her die that wasn't like, yeah, she just decided she didn't want to live, so she just died.
I think I can explain this a little bit. I think it was said by a
Roscoe.
medical droid, so they don't have a answer for, like, Force-related injuries. But there's a rumor, or, I don't know, fan theory going around that Palpatine reached out and killed her in that moment to ensure that Vader is completely under his control going forward, and that makes a lot of sense to me.
Oh, how the fuck would he do that? Did he have like a death note or something and give her a heart attack? How would he have reached out?
She was already kind of pretty much dead.
Yeah, but he
He
would
just
have
had to
been.
manipulate it a little bit. Hey, he's a Sith Lord. He can do anything.
What is he
Come
gonna?
on.
What, he can't just like reach out and stop her heart. Like that hasn't been established.
Well, clearly he did.
No, as was explained by the advanced medical droid Jackson, she just lost her will to live.
Yeah, I guess that's more explainable. She chose to die, so she did.
Yeah. She said, "It's my time to pass on. Anakin is a bad guy.
See, that's what I love about George Lucas. He
He's
must have been
fucking
hurt
dumb.
during-
He's dumb."
He must have been hurt during his teen years because he wrote in a plot point where she dies from heartbreak.
Yeah.
George Lucas went full emo.
Yeah, he's been waiting to use that one.
It's such a good movie though. It's got such great action scenes. It's got such
Mhm.
great emotional moments. It's like, oh, it's so good.
Ewan
S tier.
McGregor also carries the fuck out of the acting in that movie.
All right, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I think, what's his name? What's Anakin's actor's name?
Hayden Christensen.
Yeah. I think he was pretty bad in Attack of the Clones, but I think he brought it home for the third
He
movie.
did really well there, but I still think Ewan McGregor is the most likable part about the prequels.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
the
and you have the
Brian
scene
Hardick
where
comedies.
fucking Mace Windu arrests Palpatine. Windu. Fuck, Jesus! All right, I give up. I don't want to talk about Mace Windu anymore.
I really wish they brought him back. I will say one of my biggest complaints about the original trilogy is they didn't establish him as a very cool character. Like they didn't show how fucking badass Mace Windu
Yeah.
is. The extended universe does a good job. He has his own style. He's the only one with his own style, right?
Yeah, he's super powerful. Yeah,
Yeah.
he has his own form. Yeah.
It's so fucking cool, but they didn't show any of that in the original trilogy.
I'm pretty sure he has his own rank as well. Like, so Yoda's legally the head of the Jedi Order, the Jedi Temple, but then there's also Mace Windu who serves like parallel in terms of powers and responsibilities. He's like, I think it's called like Jedi Blade Master or something cool.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, he's like this. He's just as like respected as Yoda.
Yeah, I just wish they did a little more with his character. I was praying they were going to bring him back for the new trilogy, and I know Samuel Jackson really wanted to come back too. I think they missed an opportunity.
I hated how quickly they killed off the 3 Jedi that went with him to arrest.
Yeah, who was it?
Pal-
Was Kit Fisto?
It was
Someone.
Kit Fisto, who's fucking fantastic, who's also really good at lightsaber combat. But they killed them off immediately, which was a shame.
I used to love Kit Fisto just because the way he looked. I had the action figures when I was a kid, and I loved Kit Fisto's design. I used to play with him like in the bathtub. I used to make him fight some stormtroopers.
Oh, yeah.
Kit Fisto was so fucking cool.
There are a lot of cool Jedi that didn't get enough screen time. This can't go under like an S tier though. Think about it. You got Order 66, one of the coolest moments in Star Wars history, where Palpatine finally like executes every Jedi possible, which is insane. And then you've also got like the Anakin and Anakin's fall to Sithhood,
Yeah,
becoming Darth Vader.
I
It's
think
just so good.
I absolutely think that's S tier. You and I differ heavily on this next one though. Where do you want Rogue One?
Yeah, this is an A tier for me. I love Rogue One.
I couldn't fucking stand Rogue One. I found it.
Did we watch it together?
No. I found it to be very boring, and I really just didn't find it to be super satisfying. I like the ending because they bring in Darth Vader and he's super cool, but the whole journey I just felt was just kind of not interesting. I didn't care for the characters except the robot. I think they dreadfully misused Donnie Yin's abilities. He didn't really do a whole lot. He's just, I'm one with the Force is one with me, as he just like slowly walks getting shot at. Like, I just didn't really like the movie that much.
I just think it sets the stage and like provides context for A New Hope in a really smart, cool way. Like it fits that kind of period nicely, and it was pretty intelligently done. And just the whole end of the movie was just so fucking cool to watch.
I think the end of the movie is cool. Like, I think the end is cool. And they kill off the main character, which is pretty brave. I thought it was cool at the very end, but everything else was so fucking boring, and it just felt so meaningless. Well, meaningless is the wrong word. It just didn't. I wasn't interested because the characters weren't interesting to me.
I didn't hate the characters. I see what you're saying. Like there were a lot introduced and they didn't really do a whole lot. But I didn't hate them, so I wasn't like detached from it. And I think it had really cool visuals on that Jeddah planet where it blows up from the Death Star test. and then also from that rainy planet where she goes and sees her father. I just think there were really cool set pieces along the way, so I wasn't too bored. I guess I wasn't really bored at all, and I liked it. It's an A tier for me.
All right, we're gonna meet in the middle at B tier then at Master, because I would have given it Knight at best. I like Solo, but I don't think it's a good Star Wars movie. What do you think about Solo?
Solo would be going in Master for me, so B tier.
That's even a little higher than I would have given it, and I actually like the movie.
I thought it was super enjoyable. I thought the characters were really engaging and fun to watch. I thought the places they went to were really fun. I didn't have any problems with it really.
Well, it's just so for me the thing is it just feels like a pretty generic sci-fi adventure, but like a really fun one. Like I don't think it does a whole lot in the Star Wars world. It didn't make me care much more about.
There's no real like large stakes or anything.
Yeah, it was all like it seems like a literal side quest that you would have experienced at some point in a video game like the Star Wars MMO. But I thought it was still pretty fun. Like I liked the journey and everything. It just doesn't feel like it has much weight in the universe.
Wait a second. We've got someone in chat who worked on Solo apparently.
Yeah, is it Andrew? Was it Andrew?
Yeah.
Andrew
what the
does Andrew does a lot of the 3D for a lot of big movies. Like Dune is his big upcoming one.
hell? Oh, holy
I
fuck.
thought you were finally realizing that I've been in here for 10 minutes.
Oh.
Just listening, waiting.
Why didn't you say something?
Yeah, what the fuck, Matt?
Well, I knew Charlie wouldn't hear it because he's in streamer mode, but I thought for sure Jackson would have heard the ping.
No, I didn't.
Makes
My
me
bad.
some Croesus, wolf, and pumpkin.
You
Wow.
could have just said something. Why?
I wanted to see. I was sitting here leaning back with my eyes closed, relaxing. Just wanted to see how it was going.
Well, do you have any
Well-
opinions on Rogue One?
I did not like Rogue One, and I did not see Solo.
What did I say Solo was?
You said you were gonna give Solo Master. I don't think it's an A tier. I really this would be
Oh, Master's B tier.
yeah, that'd be B tier. You're right.
I think it's fine. At
Actually, I'd
B
be
tier.
fine with B tier now that I see that. Yeah, I think I'd be fine with B tier to be fair. It's a fun movie. I don't think it's a good Star Wars movie though. They should have just like I don't even know what they would have done, but it just feels like such a forgettable is the wrong word, but meaningless movie.
I
Wait.
feel like I
Oh.
was tired of every Star Wars movie having like galaxy ending consequences and stuff. It was kind of nice to get like a more personal story.
I also like that they had Darth Maul at the end. That was cool. What's this? Clone Wars?
I'm going to talk before Charlie does because people keep saying I agree with them. I love Clone Wars.
Me too, Matt. Oh my god, me too.
You and
This
I.
Charlie, this is the old Clone Wars, so
Mhm.
it's the Clone Wars. Is this the Clone Wars movies instead of the
Oh.
Clone Wars animated show?
Here, I'll
In
do
which case,
show.
F tier.
No, I've never
alright.
even seen the movie.
I didn't know there was a movie.
The movie was so fucking bad. Holy shit,
I
so
didn't-
bad.
Is that Jar Jar Corden?
Yeah, that's Jar Jar Corden for me.
I didn't realize that. That's incredible.
The movies were so bad. Oh god.
Okay,
I-
Matt, you and I talked about the Clone Wars. I don't remember liking the Clone Wars that much. I mainly remember the earlier seasons being pretty boring, and I don't remember a whole lot of the middle stuff. You and I, Jackson, watched the newest Clone Wars season, and I thought that was good,
It was really good. Yeah.
but I don't remember a whole lot in between.
Owned the whole set on DVD.
So you're right. The first maybe 2 seasons are a bit of a slog to get through, but after that, like the stakes rise, everything becomes cooler to watch. Like the action and animation is improved, and it becomes really
Yeah, it definitely
enjoyable.
was much improved. I would also say the first two, I was so young when I watched them that they didn't feel like a slog, but looking back compared to the rest, it does not stand up to it.
I wish I watched it as a kid. I can't
Yeah.
believe I didn't.
I rented it or I bought it on DVD before a plane ride and watched it on my portable DVD player.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
it was
pretty
great.
cool.
That is
So
pretty
that's-
cool.
That's also probably why I love it so
Makes
much,
me
is
so
I had such a
Patek.
nostalgic feel for
Yeah.
the early seasons. Too.
Where would you two put it then? I only remember the early boring seasons. I like the most recent season though that you and I watched, but I don't have a
Over-
strong opinion.
Overall, I'd actually give it an A.
Yeah, I was going to say A. It's got to at least be Master, but I would say Beatbox Jar Jar.
Yeah, it'll be Beatbox Jar Jar. Then you wouldn't put it up there with Darth Jar Jar.
I would not.
What about you, Jackson? Would you put it at Darth Jar Jar?
I'd put some of the episodes of the later season up there in Darth Jar Jar, but we got to judge it on
Fair.
like a whole.
There are definite parts that are full S tier.
Yeah, but I think I've got to judge it as an entire package, right?
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah, so A tier for me. There are some episodes that drag it down.
Empire Strikes Back.
S tier for me. Oh my god, S tier. So good. Oh,
Matt.
it's a classic. S tier.
Which one are we talking about? Sorry, I was
Empire
reading something.
Strikes Back.
That's you'd go S tier.
I think it's the best Star Wars thing.
This is, keep in mind, Matt, in case you're a little confused, this is the one with I Am Your Father.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I guess. All right, so first time I watched it, I would agree with you, S tier. But I just have watched them so recently that they just feel like such shitty movies, which is really hard to say.
Ooh,
They're from 40 years ago.
pretty
I-
hot take.
There's no way to say that they could stand up right now. They're just so old. But when I first watched it, yeah, it's great. I mean, you've got brothers kissing sisters. It's wonderful.
We do like that. We do like that.
Take that back. No, they're still good movies, but they look like shit right now.
That's fine. I get what you're saying.
In the Star
So
Wars
S tier for
universe,
me.
though, I think you do have an argument though to put it in S that has a lot of the best moments of the Star Wars universe.
I don't think Star Wars would have survived without it.
Yeah, that movie slapped when it came out.
I watched
do you
that
think,
movie.
Billy?
I like it a lot. I still prefer Return of the Jedi, but I think Empire Strikes Back is the most important movie.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's so many just historic moments during it.
Yeah, that's true. You've got cutting out the guts to stay warm, brothers
All of them.
kissing sisters.
You got
Fine.
Yoda on Dagobah.
Yeah,
You
that's
got-
true. It's honestly got like 90% of the most important issues.
and Luke finally becomes like a Jedi. And there's the whole like him struggling to come to terms with that. It's just such a classic movie. I love it. One of the easiest watches for me. What's next?
Yeah, this one is
Now we-
Force
Now we get
Awakens.
into some controversial
The-
stuff.
This isn't controversial. I mean, this is the new trilogy. The only almost decent new trilogy movie is The Force Awakens.
Agreed.
It is the only one with any redeeming qualities. Finn, I think, could have been a super interesting character, and they just fucking threw him away for nothing.
Yeah, I loved him.
It
His
is.
actor was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a toss up between B and C for me for Force Awakens, and a majority of that is just due to just the charisma of like Harrison Ford and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it still is a movie though. I don't think it's like a really great movie. It does pretty much everything the original trilogy did in one movie, with the addition of Finn. Finn was something brand new.
Yeah.
It hits the same
Oh.
beats for the most part. I just don't think it's like super great. I'd be fine with B though. B or C is fine with me.
I honestly can't decide. It'll have to be up to you two. I'm saying B or C.
What do you think, Matt?
I would go C.
Is that because of your
now-
kidney stone?
Yeah, because of my kidney stone.
It was gonna be an A for Matt, but
Yeah. But now I'm being called James Corden in the chat for my initial opinion.
Oh, you don't. Yeah, you don't want that evil.
Yeah,
on
so
you.
I'm gonna leave the call. I'll see you guys later.
I'm content with C. I think it's definitely the best of the new trilogy, but it's not that great. It really isn't.
Yeah, but
It was
Man,
an
I don't know.
entertaining movie. I did not regret seeing it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
I also think I enjoyed Rogue One and Solo more than it actually, so I'm fine with that.
haven't seen Solo. I remember thinking Rogue One was interesting. A little boring.
All right, who's ready for the next one?
I wonder how divisive this is going to be between us.
I think this is one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Which one is it?
This is The Last Jedi.
Mm.
I think this is a Corden all fucking day.
You see, this is going to be divisive. I think it's on the same tier as Attack of the Clones. Then I think it's Jar Jar.
No
I
fucking
don't-
way.
I think the final movie is far worse. I think the final
I will concede the final movie is a lot worse, but I felt so personally offended after watching The Last Jedi for the second time It's so bad. It's so
You
fucking
see,
bad.
I felt more personally offended over the last movie because if they had have made the Last Jedi stand for something or mean something in the end, I would have been fine with the Last Jedi.
Well, at least with okay, I can't really defend either one, but the Last Jedi has like the most insulting character death ever, where they just fucking kill Snoke and he had never done anything. Like he was a completely worthless throwaway villain. Like he was hyped up in the first movie. You're like,
That's what I
oh,
mean.
this is gonna be a big bad guy, and then he just
That's,
gets.
that's So that's what I mean, though. If they had have made Snoke mean something in the last
Oh,
movie,
I see
other
what you're
than being
saying.
a vat test dummy for Palpatine again, it
I
would have been
get you.
far cooler. But instead, because of the fan backlash, they let that kind of shit dictate what happens in the last movie when there should have been a cohesive plan from the beginning.
Well,
They
there was
shouldn't have been
no.
making it up on the spot.
They kept flip flopping directors. They didn't have a plan to begin with. I don't think
Yeah,
it. I
which
don't
is
think it was fan pressure.
well, no, it was a mixture of both. Clearly, like the reaction to Last Jedi definitely influenced the final movie. There's no way it didn't. Um, but that's mainly because they didn't have a plan going forward anyway. They're just making shit up on the spot. But I do think the last movie was worse.
Yeah, well, I think you're also misremembering a couple scenes from The Last Jedi. Do you remember when Princess Leia has her Superman moment in space?
Yeah, yeah,
That was pretty fucking stupid. Do you remember when the girl crashes into Finn, who, when Finn was about to make like his actual huge character arc, an actual moment for the character that they had forgotten about?
yeah.
It's like,
She goes out of her way to stop that moment from happening.
yep, and then make sure that the entire like rest of the people in the facility get blasted by the thing Finn was about to destroy.
And then she's all like, "We don't win this by fighting each other. We win it by loving each other," or something.
I think the quote was, "It's not about fighting. It's not about killing to protect the ones we love. It's about loving or some shit." It was something about
That's Rose, right?
yeah, Rose.
Yeah.
Or- Let me look it up.
Fuck, what? It was so stupid. It was so fucking stupid.
Let's see.
Ah, I don't remember.
And then, oh my god, the entire middle half of that movie on the casino planet.
The casino having absolutely no bearing on anything ever.
Literally nothing.
Also, it's so bad.
Oh, is
Anyway,
this the quote? That's how we're gonna win. Not fighting what we hate, saving what we love.
Yeah, that's the one.
like you idiot, you've got to fight
Gotta
what you
fight
hate,
what you
save
hate
what
to
you
save
love.
what you love.
It is literally saying the same thing. She is.
I totally forgot that the casino fucking filler arc existed in that movie.
Yeah, it was this movie. And they also had Phasma, who was at least hyped up to be something worthwhile,
Yeah,
and then she
Phasma
just
looked badass.
and then she just like what was it? She falls into fire.
Yeah, that was after she falls in the trash compactor in the first movie too.
Yeah. Oh,
Really
it was
cool.
so
Their biggest
fucking dumb.
weakness is how clumsy their leader is.
Oh, it was so fucking stupid. I think The Last Jedi is the worst movie.
Oh, man, you're making a good point, and I just remembered like the entire start where what's the part Poe shows up in front of the Star Destroyer and he makes like a prank call on them.
Yeah.
But saying it out loud, it sounds like we're making a joke or like this is satire.
But
Or
it's the
something. But
actual movie.
this is actually like plot points from the movie.
Yeah. I also still think one of the stupider fucking things, like the entire movie takes place during like the lowest speed chase of all time, where they're like, oh, their engines are dead. We'll just sit here and fire nothing at them. You know, they could, just let them die out there or something. And then like the main casino thing happens is because the main captain of that ship didn't tell Poe anything. She's just like sitting out there dead with her thumb in her ass. So Poe's like, all right, we need to do something. Let's go to the casino. When all she needed to do was just share like a little idea, like a hint that she was trying to make something happen, and half of the movie would have not happened.
Just a bit of communication could have prevented a whole lot of unnecessary shit.
It
That's
was
a life lesson right there.
oh, it was
Although-
so stupid.
It did lead to probably my favorite visuals in probably the entire saga, which is when she like hyperspaced directly through the ship.
Yeah, that was
some of the
cool.
cool visuals.
That
It
was
some
very
of the
cool, but like that was so useless. It shouldn't have even come down to that if you just communicated her plan.
Yeah, I agree.
The whole movie was based
That
off
was
of
a
all
really
the
cool
characters
visual,
being
though.
dumb.
You are right.
The only cool thing about that movie, I think, was that as well as Kylo Ren. I think Kylo Ren was cool throughout the entire trilogy
Yeah, Kylo Ren's I think an interesting character. I think Ben Solo was cool.
and fun to watch. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it doesn't save a bad movie. Yeah, I'm fine with F tier, by the way. But I think I felt more offended by the last movie, which is why I think I hated it more.
Okay, well, let's finish off with that one then. So let's go to Mandalorian. I love Mandalorian.
Yeah,
Mandalorian
is so
oh,
good.
man, it is so good. It's got to be an S tier for me.
It's got to be Darth Jar Jar.
I agree. That show was fucking amazing.
It is so
Yeah.
good. It is so fucking good. They in the first season though. I did get worried when they had that one. Well, I think it was one episode. They go to that planet and he like gives people sticks to fight the AT-AT. I thought that was trash. I didn't like that episode.
I knew that's the episode you were going to call
Yeah.
out too.
I thought that was just a really bad episode, but then it found its footing again and it was great.
Yeah.
I
That's
got
the only bad episode.
yeah, I got a little worried when that happened.
No, I think it's such like a nice heartfelt story, and it like that as well as Jedi Fallen Order came out at a time when I was just not interested in Star Wars at all. Like it was my least, like I just didn't care about Star Wars at that
That's
point.
true.
Like,
I had no interest in it
Yeah.
at the time, and so many people told me to watch it, and it was so good.
It was.
I
so
think it's
fucking
I
good.
think it's single-handedly, well, along with Fallen Order, it like saved Star Wars for me because after the trilogy, just beating it to death in front of my eyes, it was just nice to have something that was good.
There was a public flogging of the Star Wars property by Disney. It was rough.
Yeah, so I think even if it's not, maybe it's not an S tier in terms of like the stakes or the filmmaking or anything like that, but it's an S tier in terms of like sentimental
It
value
was
to me.
there when we needed it the most.
I think it was the most important thing for Star Wars to prove like they can actually make something good out of the universe because this is following the fucking worst one, Last of the Jedi. So it was very important that they got that right.
Yeah.
Isn't it interesting how both the Clone Wars and Mandalorian are like run by the same guy? Almost like he should be leading Star Wars for the future.
Oh, that's a good take. That would be interesting.
That's Filoni. He did Clone
Yeah,
Wars
Dave
too.
Filoni. Yeah.
This might get divisive. I like Phantom Menace a lot.
Phantom Menace.
I think it's great. I think it's very good. I think the hate
Yeah,
that it
it's-
gets is overblown.
the best.
Sure. The best? You think it's the best?
I certainly wouldn't say that. That was Matt. Don't put those words in my mouth.
No, that's
Do
what
you
I'm saying.
guys hear me? I didn't finish on the best.
Oh,
Oh, what were you gonna say?
There was more to that statement. I was saying the best Jar Jar moments.
true. That was a Jar Jar highlight reel.
Yes, it was.
It was the last
So-
time Jar Jar was allowed any screen time.
I was sitting there. I was deafening myself over and over to see if that would fix my voice. As you guys were just going, "Don't say that, Matt."
Yeah, you were about to go down a path we couldn't save you from.
Phantom Menace was phenomenal.
I think it's a good movie.
The only part I really love was like the end with Duel of the Fates and Maul fighting.
That's
Qui-Gon.
probably one of the best fights in the series, though.
I agree, but I don't love the whole rest of it really.
I still think it's fine though. Like Anakin and the pod racing and shit. I think
I was
all that's
literally
fine.
about to say the pod racing. Oh God! Don't
Yeah.
even get me started.
Plus, even like with the droid fights where Jar Jar takes like the little nutsack balls and he's like blasting
Jar Jar
them.
single-handedly won them that fight.
Yeah,
All
Jar
right.
Jar was a hero.
Yes, it was an accident, but he won that
Oh, yeah.
battle.
I would say for me it'd be Knight, but it's yeah.
I think the hate that it gets is overblown. Like the young actor, the kid who played Anakin, had his whole life ruined from this
I
movie.
know. It's so sad.
It's so
Sad,
tragic.
for sure.
His
We should
life.
have known not to make Twitter based on that alone.
Yeah,
Don't
that
say
was
his name.
rough.
Just send more people against him.
Yeah.
I think he gets more support than anything now. Most people.
Everyone go support him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
we can go send them lovely things on Twitter.
I definitely see the problems the movie had. Like for sure, it's not like a great movie, but I still think it's a good enough movie, and I think it sets it up pretty well. I don't have any like major complaints except Qui-Gon Jinn. I didn't think Qui-Gon Jinn was really cool until the end.
Really, I loved Qui-Gon as a kid.
I thought Qui-Gon was the coolest part of the movie for the most part.
I thought he was only cool at the end.
I like Qui-Gon was my boy growing up.
Yeah.
What?
Well, not like I was friends with him in real life. He was my favorite Jedi. Me and Qui-Gon go way back.
I definitely liked it more than Attack of the Clones for sure. Yeah, it's a night for me.
I'm going. I'd have to go Master. I think it's very good. Well, good enough.
Are you? You clearly love the original, not the original trilogy, the prequels, because you've loved both.
Yeah, I
One,
think
two, and three.
I really think a lot of people don't remember how enjoyable they are.
So you a bigger Star Wars fan than I am because you like decently like the originals and the prequels, whereas I'm more
Yeah,
mixed on the prequels.
I think they are decently fun films. Revenge of the Sith, I think, is the best. Like, as you said, I definitely think it's the best of the prequels. I think it's up there with Empire Strikes Back, which is why they're both in Darth Jar Jar. And I don't think Episode 1 and 2 are that shitty. I really don't. I used to. I used to until you and I rewatched them. What was that? 2 years ago. And I was like, you know what? These are pretty
No,
fucking good.
I think it was last year.
No, it was at least 2 years ago. I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man.
I was between Master and Beatbox Jar Jar, so Master it is.
Good. Welcome to the right side of history.
And finally, I think we can all agree this one goes in Jar Jar Corden as well,
This is Jar Jar Corden.
for sure.
This is a Jar Jar Corden
I haven't even
Schumer.
seen it, so I'll just agree.
I have never been more offended. Like, I felt sick watching this movie.
Really?
Matt, it is so bad. Even if
It's
you don't
that
know,
bad?
even if you know nothing about Star Wars, the movie itself is absolute dog
Oh,
ass.
God.
It is a load of dog nutties. It is rough.
I'll have to watch it.
It had so much relying on it. It had like the entire franchise relying on it, and not only did it not accomplish kind of like just making me entertained, it genuinely offended me. Like you did the worst possible job at the most important time. Like how stupid do you think we are?
I
seriously.
actually very curious to watch it now to see why it's so bad.
I think you should. I watch it over the course of like a day or something because it's a kind of long movie. So just maybe like an hour one day and then another hour another day. So you're not like completely nauseous. It's bad.
All right, I'll break it up into parts.
I wouldn't even recommend watching it. I just want to forget it exists.
Well, it makes you this angry. I
Give me
have
some
to.
slow cat and grandma.
Remember the fucking oh my god! Remember when Ray walks into the Star Destroyer in the dark room, and then Evil Ray jumps out with like fangs and stuff.
Wait,
and then,
what?
And then they just ignore that forever. She just walks off. And it's like that just existed for the fucking trailers.
Oh god, yeah, that was
Oh,
so
it was only in the trailers. You're saying?
Yeah.
it was so fucking bad.
And hey, how about? Oh my god, I'm getting mad.
No, just go over it. Speak to us, Jackson. This is your only time to vent about this.
Yeah, tell me more so I don't have to watch it.
Remember when Chewbacca got on a transport and it flies up into the sky, and then Kylo Ren and Rey have a little force battle, and the ship explodes, and then it's meant to relay to the audience that Chewbacca just died, so the audience is all sad because their favorite character just died. But then, for some reason, another transport takes off from behind a rock, and it's revealed that Chewbacca was actually on that ship,
Yeah.
and he gets away.
Everything comes out of fucking nowhere. She also gets the ability to like heal people with the Force as well. She basically just gets everything out of nowhere all at once, and she uses it like dog shit.
Andrew just said in chat, don't forget my ship dropping off horses on top of a Star Destroyer at the end. Yeah, because that makes sense. They needed to have a cool scene where people were on horses.
Oh, you remember at the end where Finn is like, where they need to find like where the transmission is coming from, and Finn's like, "It's that ship. I feel it," and it was that ship out of nowhere. He's like, "Yeah, it's that ship. I think."
I need to watch this. It sounds like a high school like film class film.
It's a fanfic. It's a fanfic.
Oh god.
Just the whole context of the movie is so stupid. I remember the fucking opening crawl, or the first thing said. They're literally like, somehow Palpatine has returned.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the words they use.
Yeah.
Like, even they know how stupid it is.
There's
Oh.
no story to it.
Yeah. They literally opens by just saying, "And Palpatine is mysteriously back."
Pretty sure they use the word somehow. Like
No,
they say somehow he
no.
returned.
It was more open ended than that. I think even the
What
5
was
gift
it? It was
subs
so
quelled.
funny.
in the
Like
Prime
I
Dodos.
laughed. I'm gonna look it up.
It's pretty much everything that could go wrong with that movie went wrong in the biggest possible way.
It is
It's
somehow Palpatine returned, by the way.
it is somehow Palpatine returned.
Yeah, Poe Dameron says it at the start.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
wow. Now that's
It-
expert writing.
It is actually so good.
How did this happen? I don't know. It just did.
Yeah, it's
But the-
really dumb.
They like hit the emergency button and they were like, after the last Jedi, they're like, who can we bring back that'll make fans like us again? Palpatine, quickly! He wants money. Get him back in here.
Yeah, that's the one.
Ugh.
That's terrible.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
There's not a
Everybody
single
keeps-
good moment in that movie.
Everybody keeps spamming. They fly now.
What's that? I don't remember that.
Apparently, it's a
Oh.
line.
Yeah, so when the stormtroopers get jetpacks and they're flying towards them out in the desert, someone makes the snarky comment and says, "They fly now."
Ah,
It's just full of bad.
so there's
lines.
good humor in it too.
Yes.
Oh, you bet, baby. Oh man, should be a comedy.
I'm excited.
Oh, you know who wasn't in that movie at all is Rose. I feel like every single time they made a new movie in the trilogy, they tried to listen to fans' feedback, but couldn't figure out like how. So people didn't like what Rose did at the end. So in the last movie, she just wasn't there at all.
Yeah, she's relegated to like an extra in the background.
Yeah, she was quite literally like janitorial services.
Oh,
And
And
it-
they then introduced. They still introduced like 60 new characters for some reason, and didn't give any of them any character development. They were just there, like the girl
Jesus.
Zori Bliss or whatever. Like again, I've never felt more offended. Everything felt like so soulless and so disingenuous, and this is the first time in a franchise that's built of this that I have ever felt like they just did this to sell merchandise. You know what I mean? Like I know Star Wars, that's basically their whole modus operandi. Like that's just what they do. But this is the first movie that I've actually felt like, why is this person here? Oh right, to sell me a new Lego set later on. So
I think the highlight of the new trilogy is when Mark Hamill milks the titty monster. I think that's
Oh,
like the
yeah.
only good moment.
that is wonderful.
That is a good moment. Other than that, it's
Also,
kind of
the
shit.
way people are talking, it sounds like Rose got the same treatment as Anakin.
Oh, the actress.
Yeah.
Oh, people. Well, in The Last Jedi, people got so fucking mad at the actress, and people are too stupid to realize she didn't write that.
Right.
She's just the actress. Like they're targeting the
Oh.
wrong people.
That's sad.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible. Do you remember in the movie Jackson, Finn for like half of it's like, Ray, I want to tell you something, and then he never does.
stop making me remember it.
Chat pointed that out. I actually forgot about that too. Chat pointed it out.
I don't want to remember it.
Oh, do you
anymore.
remember how they found like the like outer rim where Palpatine was hiding? What was it? It was like a ceremonial dagger that they had to take to like a tattoo artist or some shit to like hack
Yeah.
it.
They had a dagger and they had to go to the one spot where they could line it up with like the horizon or some dumb shit. Oh my god. That's how they found like the Star Destroyer at the end.
Yeah. What the fuck was that though? What was the explanation for the dagger? Did they ever give one?
Palpatine sent out scouts or something and gave them those daggers.
But why would the daggers have a map to where he's hiding?
Yeah, that's very convenient.
So they could get back home, I don't know.
Okay, I guess.
Don't make me explain it. They could barely explain it themselves. What makes you think I could? Only Star Wars movie that I've ever seen one time. And it was still one time too many.
You actually didn't see that twice?
Nope. Only saw it once.
That's incredible.
Yeah, you know me.
Is it tier
Even
one?
movies I'm like
Rid
lukewarm
homie
on, I
and
might
Riso
go see a
Tesco.
second time. Just to really savor it. Especially with franchises I love. This one? Nope. One time.
Do you think they're gonna try again with a big budget Star Wars movie, like in the mainline universe?
Jesus Christ, I hope not. I hope not for a long while. And if they do, they need to have a plan going in. They can't do this ever again. They can't just make it up on the spot. I think maybe I think the Mandalorian's the way forward. Do shit like the Mandalorian, definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
But if they do, I'd like to see like Old Republic, trilogy with like Darth Revan because he's like the coolest character in all of Star Wars history. But they need to do that like with a strong plan in place.
Well, they are known for strong plans, so I'm optimistic.
We
You
should
know-
Rose a spin-off.
You know who they had lined up to do the next Star Wars trilogy? I don't know if it's still happening. but they had the guys from Game of Thrones.
Yes,
lined up to do it.
that's one of my favorite pieces. So they're D&D, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. D&D, the people responsible for Game of Thrones and also responsible for how fucking atrocious season 8 was.
God, yeah.
Yeah, they were contracted to do Star Wars, but they fucked it so
I
hard.
remember that.
They fucked it so hard with Game of Thrones season 8 that they canned it.
I don't know if they canned it.
They did. Nope, they canned it. That project that they were going to work on is no longer in production, last I heard.
Which is a great move.
And the reason, and I don't know if this is true, but apparently the reason why Game of Thrones season 7 and 8 were so bad is because they had that opportunity and wanted to get to it because they were only allowed to do it after Game of Thrones. So they rushed it really hard. I remember HBO offered D&D an extra season or two to finish the story, and they said they'll do it in one.
That's right. I do remember hearing
Yeah.
all of this.
Of course, HBO would. It's not in HBO's interest to finish it as soon as possible. They would have wanted more seasons anyway.
Yeah.
This is another fun fact, Charlie. Did you know D&D, the guys that we're talking about? At least one of them. I'm not sure which one, but one of them made Troy.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
So they're weaker when they're together.
Yeah, they're stronger separated.
We're figuring this out. They're the opposite of the Wonder Twins.
Someone fact check that for me.
Troy is a very good movie.
No, it's not. I rewatched it the other night.
No, it's a great fucking movie. Brad Pitt looks so cool, especially that Hector fight.
That was the only.
I
part
like that
enjoyed.
your first positive point about them writing that movie is that Brad Pitt looks so cool.
Yeah.
They really did a great job working him out.
Yeah, they did a great job making Brad Pitt look cool.
But Achilles is so like there's no likable character apart from Hector, and Hector dies.
Yeah, true. Okay. He's not like a likable guy, but he's just kind of cool when they fight.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Yeah,
some
it was
Spectre
a
days, Jacob.
screenplay by David Benioff. So that's one of the D&Ds. So he just wrote the screenplay, which was already based on like a historical document or story. So he didn't really do much.
I can't believe this fact, but I guess it is true. I think he was 40 years old in that movie.
Who?
Brad Pitt.
Jesus, really?
Yeah, because he's 57 right now, and that's like a 2004 movie.
He's 57.
He's 57.
Oh, man.
He looks so good for 57.
I know. It's
I guess
crazy.
being really rich and just having training for your livelihood is good for you.
Yeah, I know. That's fucking crazy.
Who would have guessed?
There's also some genetics in there, I'm sure.
Yeah, he was blessed. I haven't drank soda on its own in over a decade. Probably the last time I drank soda with a meal was when my baby teeth were still falling out. It has been a long fucking time. Soda was one of the first things that I just swore off of when I was really trying to improve my awful eating habits of like 3 supersized fries plus Coke for the first like 12, 14 years of my life. And I stopped drinking them probably around sophomore year of high school, so it's been a long fucking time, which means there's no one more qualified to come in here and give you an accurate soda tier list. I'm basically coming in here with a blank slate. I used to be a goddamn Coke fiend and addict. I was drinking like 20 fucking cans of Coke, slamming on my forehead like a frat bro. I was really into it, but after my teeth rotted out and I swore off it, haven't come back since until today. Starting with the most popular soda, Coke. I haven't had soda on its own in years. Are you a big Coke guy?
I like Diet Coke.
Really?
Yeah. I grew up drinking diet soda, so real soda tastes super, super sweet.
That smells like 5th grade again.
Actually, yeah.
There's a lot of flavor in there, huh?
See, I really, knowing what Diet Coke tastes like, I don't like Coke as much as Diet Coke, which is such a rare
So you're a
preference.
psychopath.
I think it's just because literally I've only had diet soda growing up.
Man. Did your parents make you drink diet soda?
That's just all they bought. And
I think they could be arrested, like child services should have come. That's like child abuse. Diet Coke over Coke?
It's, I guess, better for you. You know, I'm drinking chemicals instead of sugar.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I mean, it's Coke.
Yeah, it's good.
You just said you didn't like it.
No, it's fine. Like, I put it in a solid A or B. I'm not like, ooh, Coke is disgusting. I just prefer diet over it.
Okay.
when I used to drink a decent amount of soda, Coke is the one I would crave like hard.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. I also used to always drink Coke when my stomach was upset. If I had a tummy ache, Mommy would bring me Coke. And
That was
I did ginger ale.
ginger ale. Yep, always ginger ale.
ginger ale used to make me sick.
I'm not shocked by that. For whatever reason.
Basically, anything that tastes almost a little yucky to me makes me like sick.
Which is everything.
I think that just means you don't like it.
No, it makes me sick.
Broccoli, I feel sick.
Let's not get carried away.
Actually, you eat a lot of
I
broccoli.
love broccoli.
Yeah, Coke is an S tier. I'm sure that's not surprising to literally anyone in the world that has ever tried soda once in their life. It's basically just the gold standard for unhealthy, sugary drinks. When you think of soda, undoubtedly the first image that pops into your head is Coke, and for good reason. Shit just slaps. And now it's time to talk about Raid Shadow Legends, and joining me is Saito. Oh, hi Saito. Beautiful blade. Saito and Jackson are going to take it from here. Raid Shadow Legends. You know the name by now. You don't need me to tell you about how it's a beautiful action RPG game that fits directly in your pocket. You don't need me to tell you that it's as fun as a game could possibly be. You don't even need me to tell you it's free, and you can play it anywhere you are, provided your phone is also there with you, of course. You already knew all that, so how about I tell you what's new in Raid? Raid's just passed their 2-year anniversary, and now the game is bigger and better than ever before. This month they're releasing a new batch of epic and legendary champions, and they're also releasing the second version of the Doom Tower. New rewards, new gear to win, and also 2 brutal bosses to take on, the Celestial Griffin and the Eternal Dragon. With all these updates and new features, now really is the time to jump in and raid if you aren't already enjoying the wonderful raid experience. If you want to join the fun, all you have to do is hit the link in the description or scan the QR code and you'll get a free epic champion. His name's Jotun, you may have heard of him. You'll also get 100k silver, 50 gems, and 3 ancient shards so you can summon even more awesome champions to keep your new pal Jotun company. All this treasure will be waiting for you right here. It's that easy, just click the link in the description and maybe we'll cross paths in Raid Shadow Legends. So if you're interested in trying Raid Shadow Legends for yourself, make sure to click the link in the description below.
This is always the most heated one, Coke versus
Coke versus
Pepsi.
Pepsi, true.
When I was a kid, my dad always drank a lot of Diet Pepsi.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had a lot of Diet Pepsi in my life.
But you
But
prefer it over normal Pepsi?
I don't know, I don't remember normal Pepsi.
I don't either.
I just always preferred Coke. I must have had a bad experience with normal Pepsi at
I
some
was
point.
always in the camp that I prefer Coke, but I'm not like fucking Pepsi. Like I can't go to this restaurant again. It's not that heated.
I've also never had a restaurant be like, we don't carry Coke, only Pepsi. I've never had it happen.
Trying to think. of
Wait,
any.
really?
Yeah.
That happens all the time.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you
Pepsi's
can't.
just like Pepsi's like a joke. Like you drink Pepsi because you feel bad, like or it just wasn't Coke.
I
it's all,
actually genuinely don't like Pepsi, but I like Coke. It's just
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's all a distributor thing. Like if you have Coke products, you can't have Pepsi products.
Yeah.
They,
I guess I've never gone to a place that had Pepsi products. It's like a softer Coke. Like if Coke was like an explicit song, this is the clean version.
Having it that is a good way to put it. Having it back to back, I absolutely prefer Coke over Pepsi.
100%. This is just like, is this some Weenie Hut Junior Coke? That's like all it is.
Yeah, it's a weaker flavor. It's got more of something I don't like. I don't know what it is. Holy shit.
The sugar.
70 grams of sugar? Well, actually, it's 69 grams of sugar. But that's terrible.
That's not too bad. They're natural sugars.
And now we enter the battlefield, Pepsi versus Coke. At least in my area, there's not a whole lot of Pepsi enthusiasts. To them, it's like a myth. Like, does that shit even exist? Because really the majority of places here only carry Coke products. Pepsi isn't super popular here, but I do understand up north it's a lot more popular, which it's very interesting. I really think it's because Pepsi beat Coke to the market there, where they exclusively signed deals for Pepsi products, which means they weren't exposed to Coke. So they're just left stuck with Pepsi. I feel like it's not really a conscious choice where they're choosing Pepsi over Coke, and I could be wrong. I'm not, a fucking Reddit psychologist or anything like that. I'm just spitballing here because I feel like Pepsi is just a weaker Coke. They are interchangeable. Yeah, you can have a Pepsi, still be satisfied, but you'd probably rather have a Coke if you're already taking the plunge into an unhealthy soft drink. There's no reason. I don't really see the reason you'd go Pepsi over Coke unless you like a lighter, less flavorful soda, I suppose.
because it's different. It is not by much, but it's enough to be like, I'd rather just have a Coke over Pepsi. Pepsi tastes like Plankton successfully stole the secret recipe for Coke, but never got the measurements right, so it just always added way too much water and then the secret ingredient. It's just a lot waterier, and it's not like the biggest difference, but it is noticeable, especially when you do them back to back. I'm just gonna go ahead and put Pepsi at A tier, because, I mean, it's not bad. You know, a bit of an overreaction to say it's like bad or shitty compared to Coke. It's just a less good version of Coke. I feel bad for Pepsi. Like, when I look at Coke versus Pepsi, this one looks so much more corporate than this one. That's the Chad
of the group, for sure.
This is definitely that fucking nerd that gets bullied in wedgies and shit. So I just feel bad talking bad about Pepsi.
Yeah.
Like, he's just so weak. Like,
but it's like, if you just gave me Pepsi, I'd be like, that's fine. Like, it's, like I said before I drink it, it's not that big of a difference. It is, though, when you go back to back.
It's noticeable when you've had them both back to back, I
Absolutely.
think. Like, if it was only Pepsi, it'd be better.
Here's Diet Pepsi. Here's Diet Coke.
Let's do Diet Coke first. I hate Diet Coke. I hated it as a kid.
Interesting.
Absolutely hated it. It tasted like metal. Like metallic sewage.
I'll give you a lot of this one, since you like it.
That's good.
Ooh, that's a lot of fizz. Fizz also stays for a long time.
Yeah. I think if I remember correctly, Diet Coke is actually worse for you, right? Like, significantly worse?
Well, it's just because I think the chemicals are
Yeah,
more
it's
harmful
chemicals.
than... Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it still have aspartame in it?
Is it carcinogen?
They still have aspartame. No, it's just, well, maybe. It's just claimed to cause cancer. But also, if you look up sugar, sugar causes cancer. So
True.
Take your pick. Fat and cancer, not as fat.
At least
and
there's not a
cancer.
lot of sugar here.
There's zero.
The fucking foam is still not gone. This whole drink is just basically beer
Yes.
foam.
Alright.
Good timing. Oh! Diet Coke is an affront to God. I don't know how you like Diet Coke.
It's the aftertaste.
Yeah, it's
just
so
so bad.
It's such a bitter, yucky aftertaste.
Like I said, I grew up drinking it, so I prefer it over normal Coke.
I don't get it. I don't know how.
That's really flat.
Thank God.
It's good. I like it. I used to drink flat soda as a kid.
Wait, how was it fat? It fizzed up for like 20 minutes.
Well, that's the weird thing. Like I said, I drink Diet Coke. It's never stayed that fizzy for so long. But after you got past the fizz on the top, it just was flat soda.
It's such a not enjoyable taste. It
That's
tastes
so
like
weird.
dehydration. Like, if dehydration had a flavor, it would be Diet Coke. It's gross. Like, it feels yucky. It has a bad aftertaste. I think this is proof that Matt is a psychopath. Diet Coke was abominable. I've never liked Diet Coke, and maybe that's why I hate it so much now. Even as a kid, fucking hated it. Now going back to it here is just bringing up all kinds of terrible childhood memories. Puberty's fucking hitting in full swing again or something. It's just not good. There is really nothing I like about Diet Coke. It's not even, it's like genuinely worse for you than regular Coke. There's like significantly more like fucking chemicals in it or something. I haven't read the conspiracy theories in a long time, but I know it's like not good. It barely even tastes like Coke. It's like a grapefruit to a grape. They're not even comparable. I don't know. Diet Coke just fucking sucks. I'm putting it at an F tier. Oh, I made a little spill.
The foam's not as weird on this one. Oh yeah, you spilled on it.
Oh, Diet
I got a
Pepsi
little
doesn't have a
sneak taste.
doesn't have a steady pour to it, I guess.
Isn't Pepsi the one who made the waters we hated?
Yeah, Pepsi.
Alright, fuck Pepsi all around then.
So Pepsi actually owns so many things. More than Coke, I think. They own way more products. And they're like all fucking bad. Like, they're just like an entire company
You're
with a
not
legacy
wrong.
of
Everything
garbage.
Pepsi makes is like the shitty offshoot of Coke.
Yeah, it's
which is
awful.
weird at this point in time. You'd think they make one thing that's good.
They-
Wait,
They
isn't
make
Mount...
Aquafina too.
Yeah, Aquafina is the
fuck
one I
Pepsi.
make.
Well, doesn't
Dasani's
Coke make
much-
Dasani?
Yeah,
So it's
Dasani's
equally
much
as
worse.
shit. Yeah.
Dasani's much worse.
Isn't Mountain Dew Pepsi? Because that's like their one top seller versus
Yeah, Pepsi
Mellow
has 23
Yellow.
different brands.
Yeah, they have a fucking ton.
Is it Pepsi?
I think Mountain Dew's Pepsi, if I remember correctly.
Because that's the only one out of all the sodas I know. Yeah, PepsiCo.
PepsiCo, yeah.
Where Coke's Mellow Yellow is not nearly.
Well,
That's the
stop
off-brand.
spoiling the surprise.
Wait, we don't have Mellow Yellow.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, is that the surprise?
That's not bad. That's better than I remember. I mean, it's good.
So 100% of the time outside of this room, I would always pick Diet Coke over Diet Pepsi, but something was wrong with that Diet Coke, so I would take this bottle of Diet
It wasn't.
Pepsi.
You're just misremembering Diet Coke. It is.
I
always
had it
been-
like 2 days ago.
Oh my God. So you're still a sinner.
Yes.
Diet Pepsi, I'm very familiar with. My dad, huge fan of Diet Pepsi, so always had it in the house. I've had plenty of Diet Pepsi, enough to fill a fucking swimming pool. And I've always enjoyed Diet Pepsi. I'd still prefer a Coke, but Diet Pepsi's still like a good alternative. So I'm a fan. I'm going to put Diet Pepsi at a B because it's not as good as just normal Pepsi, and it's not as good as Coke, but it is good. I'm going to just give Diet Pepsi a clean B tier.
Cherry Coke is one of my favorites of all time.
It is really
That makes
good.
me sick.
Cherry vanilla too.
Cherry is by far the worst fucking flavor ever invented.
It's so subtle in these drinks though. It's not like the cherry cough syrup flavor.
Okay.
Have you ever had cherry
I was
Coke?
gonna say your
I've never
okay
had
just
cherry.
made me
Oh.
think that you've never drank this
Yeah.
before.
No, I've never had it. I'm just saying in general, cherry is the worst
Yeah.
flavor of anything
You
ever.
do not
Make
like
like a
it.
strawberry Coke. Or
I'm sure it's a
dragon
thing.
fruit.
Yeah, they do. If you go to like
I went to the World of
PDQ.
Coke, to
Oh,
the
yeah.
actual world, like the Coke whatever in Atlanta, and they have every single flavor you could ever want.
That sounds really
Yeah.
cool.
give it a sniff.
That smells fucking trash. This smells like my asshole.
Oh,
I would be okay with that.
This is so fucking good.
You want a sniff?
It smells like medicine.
no. I'll smell Charlie's ass later.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's not nearly as bad as it smells. Maybe I just hate the fucking smell of cherry. That might be it. And the taste. But it's very subtle.
It's yummy. I like it.
So much better than I would have thought it'd be.
This is a weird thing to compare it to. Have you ever had those? What's the name? It starts with an L. It's a cough drop company. It's cherry cough drops, and they're delicious. Like I could eat them like candy, and that's what this tastes
Yeah,
like.
the cough drops I use are pretty good.
It's good. Yeah, I'd still put it below everything else we've had, except the Diet Coke. It's a lot better than Diet Coke. But everything else I think would be above it. Cherry is my least favorite flavor in anything ever. Always reminds me of medicine and dog shit. It is just my least favorite taste in the world, probably. Next to just eating straight up dirty asshole. But Coke Cherry, I liked it surprisingly more than I thought I would. I wouldn't say I enjoyed it, but I definitely had lower expectations and it exceeded where I thought I would be. It was better than I fucking expected. I'm just gonna give it a C tier. I would never choose to drink Coke Cherry. It would never be my choice. But if I was trapped in a desert and I just happened to find like a Coke Cherry repository, fucking dig in the sand and find a whole bunker of Coke Cherry, I'd have a smile on my face.
Is that cherry Pepsi?
This is wild cherry.
I've never had cherry Pepsi.
I was gonna
don't
say I
think.
haven't either.
Mine
Whoa,
either.
that was a hefty pour there.
Yeah, so is there a difference between organic, homegrown cherries versus wild? Ooh, those cherries are
I feel
wild.
gross. I feel like I just rotted all my teeth out.
Yeah, those cherries are very wild.
That is a very different flavor.
Oh, I'm misbehaving.
I think I've seen this one on VHS before.
That's a lot stronger of a fucking
Mhm.
cherry flavor.
Also, a lot more carbonated.
Yeah. It's worse than that.
Mm-hmm. I
By-
would take the Coke Cherry.
By a noticeable chunk. Wild cherry Pepsi, not great. Still, not as bad as I thought it would have been. Hate the flavor of cherry. Wild cherry sounds like it'd pack more of a punch, and it did a little bit, but it wasn't as awful as I was expecting. Worse than Coke Cherry, so I'm gonna have to drop it into the D tier because it doesn't make sense to have Coke Cherry and Wild Cherry Pepsi in the same tier when I think the Pepsi one is worse. But it's still, like I said, better than I expected it to be, and definitely not nearly as awful as I would have thought coming into this. So I was pleasantly surprised. Let's do Dr. Pepper.
Oh.
Dr. Pepper.
I've only had Dr. Pepper once.
I'm a big fan of Dr. Pepper.
I am too. Vanilla Dr. Pepper.
Ooh, that is good.
Magnifique.
The only time I had this is when playing Truth or Dare in 7th grade when we went on that field trip to the motel.
Oh, Crystal River?
Crystal River.
Yep, I remember that. I was so scared. I'm going to tell you, I didn't go on the bus, but then I regretted it, so my parents drove me down
I remember that.
because we were going snorkeling down the river in wetsuits, and I was fat.
Yeah.
And the biggest nightmare for a fat kid in middle school is to be put into a wetsuit to go down a river.
Was this Afromat?
Yes, this was Afromat. So I remember I get there and I'm so nervous, and they start putting me in the wetsuit, and the guy can't get the zipper up on the back, and I'm just sitting there like mortified. Like, oh, it was terrible. I remember that trip.
Yeah. Every time I see Dr. Pepper, I immediately associate it with that.
With Fat Matt.
Well, no, with Charlie playing Truth or Dare. Nobody dared me to do anything cool.
Good. They dared you to drink Dr. Pepper.
They didn't dare me to do shit. They just like forgot I was playing. We just dared each other to do shit.
We both were so cool in middle school.
We were pretty fucking cool.
That's my favorite so far. We need to finally disagree, because half of these videos are one of us saying something and the other going, I agree.
That's not true at all. In every video, there's a huge, like, grapefruit.
There's usually one,
Yeah, like grapefruit. You've brainwashed yourself into liking. This is fucking poop ass, bro. This is gross.
Gotta stop saying poop ass.
This is there a flavor here? Like what?
It's 23 flavors actually.
Yeah.
What's
all
not to get?
Silent. They don't make any noise in here.
65 grams of sugar. They're coming out swinging.
That's the problem. Not enough sugar.
Yeah. It's missing 4 grams.
I think prune juice is like the main ingredient in that one.
Really? Here's something, hot take. Nobody ever agrees with me on it. Oh, sorry. I think the pepper flavor is very strong. Like, I can just taste pepper and I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I can't. There's like no flavor in here. I think maybe it's overloading my old taste buds.
I like it.
Yeah,
I'm a fan.
too.
I really think Dr. Pepper might be my favorite soda.
I don't get anything from this.
Dr. Pepper, Professor P. A drink I'm not overly familiar with. This was only really the second time I'd ever had it. I was pretty underwhelmed. It boasts 23 flavors, but they all just kind of mesh together and like neutralize one another, and I was left with almost zero flavor that I could pick up on. It wasn't bad though. It definitely wasn't bad. I'm just gonna give it a C tier. I wouldn't necessarily say it'd be a first choice of mine or even like a second or third choice, really, but it's also just not bad. It really wasn't. It's just I would have expected a really powerful punch of flavor from so many ingredients being in it.
We're moving into, this was my childhood drink right here.
I've never had Mountain Dew.
My parents would never
You
buy
call
it.
yourself a gamer and
Holy
you've never had
shit.
Mountain Dew?
This is the hottest take you've ever had on your
Never.
channel.
I don't think I've ever had Mountain Dew.
I used to
gonna say
really
that
like when they
Doritos.
came out with the cool flavors
the
that come out
Halo
with games and
flavors.
stuff. Yeah. that
Oh,
was
I
good.
remember getting, I think it was Halo 2 or 3, whichever one came out with code red.
Yeah.
I got it at midnight at Walmart, and they gave you
I
a
remember
2-liter bottle of it.
Yeah,
Whew.
that was good stuff.
Mountain Dew, my parents would never buy.
So what is 77 grams
It's
of sugar?
fucking
It's like way more.
terrible
Yeah, it's
for
like
you.
way worse than all the other ones
So
for you.
what is it though? Like what flavor is it? Because it looks like a urine sample.
It's kind of its own
Yeah,
flavor.
it's just Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
I can't even pin that.
It's
thing.
like gamer
lemon?
jet fuel.
Yeah.
Is it like lemon flavored?
No. It's... I honestly don't know what the fuck the flavor is.
Ooh, gamers do not taste good.
This is the predecessor to Bill Delphine's bathwater, pretty much.
How do you hate everything that tastes good?
What do you mean?
It is really... I've never had Mountain Dew and thought, what's the flavor to this? And doing it is hurting my brain.
I
What the
can't
fuck
pin
is
this
this
to
flavor?
anything. It just doesn't taste good.
It's supposed to just be lemon lime.
I
Really?
thought so. I could absolutely kind of feel lemon in this.
I get it. It's like if Sprite farted in something else and that was it. Like, there may be an undertaste, but there's something much bigger at work in here.
If it's lemon and lime, that would make sense why I'm not really vibing with it. That is two F-tier fruits to me.
Well, then, boy, do I have a fun drink for you.
Oh, that is literally lemon lime.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what Sprite
Jesus
is.
fucking Christ. Yeah, it doesn't even smell like gamers.
They always got a lot of flack because it's got the yellow 5 dye in it, which was always claimed to, I think, shrink your testicles.
Yeah, that
something
was always
that.
like a myth.
Was it?
That was always the big thing.
Was it confirmed? I can't afford to lose anymore.
Yeah, that was not confirmed.
Okay, good.
Mountain Dew. I know you're gonna have to fucking take my gamer card away from me here because I've never had it until today. And I gotta say, I didn't like it. Not nearly as bad as Diet Coke. Don't get me. I'm not trying to put it down there in that fucking cesspool, that swamp of Diet Coke. It's nowhere on that playing field in that ballpark. But I didn't like it. I really didn't. Maybe it's just not for me. Maybe I don't have proper gamer DNA to be able to fully enjoy the flavors of a Mountain Dew. I just don't. I don't know. But I didn't enjoy it. I'm just gonna have to put it at a D tier. It's hard to explain because I can't even really pin the flavor. It was very citrusy, and I guess I'm not a huge citrus fan to begin with. So that's probably why I didn't enjoy it all that much.
Now, were you a big orange soda guy?
No, I've never had orange soda. The only
I don't think how
Jesus
how is this
Christ.
possible? Like, you
I
haven't had
only
any of
really
this?
drank
Go to
Coke.
public school?
I did, but I only really
Have you-
drank Coke. I mean, I only know.
Did you ever have grape soda?
No.
I'm very upset we didn't get grape soda, by the way,
No.
because I fucking love
I
grape soda.
only know about orange soda from Keenan and Kel. Kel
Oh my
loves
God.
orange soda. That's all I know it from.
If you're watching, come drink orange soda with us.
I'm sure he fucking hates orange soda now.
Oh, alright, do you want to go
Yeah,
orange soda?
give me the orange soda. We've already fucking hyped it up.
I really liked it.
Yeah,
Well,
orange
like,
soda's
I
another.
did as a kid, but I also like Mountain Dew. as a
Orange
kid.
soda's another one I used to crave pretty hard.
Yeah, same with, I loved grape soda too.
I just never really liked fruit flavored stuff. Is the big thing.
This just tastes like they melted candy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess there's an ass ton of sugar in here. 73.
Not as bad.
Only
as Mountain Dew.
72 are added though, which makes me think they used a little bit of real orange juice.
This actually smells like an orange.
But only the left one.
Ooh, that's pretty
It's
good.
good,
That's
right?
pretty good.
Mm. Yeah,
That's nice.
these sodas are always
Yeah, that is nice. A lot better than Mountain Dew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, orange and grape always were amazing.
I used to drink white grape juice until I was like 14.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was like what was it? Welch's white grape juice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Welch's makes a watermelon juice. Oh, so good. I used to drink that in college.
I drank out of sippy cups till I was like 14 as well. I was just drinking white grape juice out of like a little
As
sippy
well.
straw.
Why?
I don't know. It became a habit. I probably wasn't 14. I was probably like
17.
that was probably like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I guess you were always doing that at lunch in high school.
Mhm.
There's Charles over there drinking his protein shake out of a sippy cup.
And eating his meat sticks.
Vienna sausages, white grape juice, and a sippy cup.
Mom was there with her titty out as well, just getting my nutrients.
That was always the weirdest part of high school.
High school was weird.
I really thought orange soda was overhyped, but this shit exceeded it. Again, I'm not like a huge fan of like fruit flavored sodas or anything, but this was on another level. This was really good. I'm not even like the biggest fan of oranges in general. I mean, I do like them, but not to this level. I wouldn't have expected it to work so well as a soda. I enjoyed the shit out of it. I'm giving orange soda an S tier. I'm doing it. I'm putting it right up there. Coke, orange soda, that's S tier for me now, baby.
Your favorite.
Yeah, saving the shittiest
Wait.
for last.
There's 2 left. Your favorites.
Well, I've only ever had root beer in our flavored lube, so that's
And
why
you no, you hated it.
Hated it.
It tasted just like it, so you're probably not gonna like root
Here,
beer.
let's go root beer first.
I think I'm gonna hate Sprite more.
All right, let's go
do
Sprite.
Let's do Sprite first.
I don't know how it's even possible to hate Sprite. It's just
Yeah, it's-
like,
I-
very
Sprite
light
is the
flavoring.
most natural or neutral soda.
Oh, neutral? It's hurting me. It's exploding. Oh my god.
This is the one I had to drink as a kid, so I got pretty tired of it.
I just don't like lemon and I don't like lime. So,
Well, the lemon lime soda should be great.
yeah, that's why I'm kind of expecting to not like it.
That's a good one for your stomach too, though, because there's no
Mhm.
caffeine, so you
Yeah,
just
this
kind
was
of
another one you drank when you were sick.
yeah,
Well, not you, but
Yeah.
normal people.
yeah. Everybody else that didn't drink Coke when they were sick.
Fucking
It's
dummies.
such an odd take.
Was Coke or Pepsi designed as a medicinal drink?
Coke.
Coke was,
With
right? Yeah.
literal cocaine in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the legend persists.
Yeah.
That does not smell good. I'm not feeling it. Let's see.
That's Sprite. You
Oh
probably
yeah,
don't.
that's real light.
You probably don't despise it because it's not abrasive. It's not like here's
Yeah.
a fucking lemon.
Yeah, that's just kind of like bubbly water.
Do you at least taste the flavor?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's there in the back seat,
Mm-hmm.
just waving at me back there. Not being too obtrusive.
Do you like it?
Mm-hmm.
You do.
It's pretty good.
So you tell me
Ooh.
your what you thought would be your least favorite. You're enjoying.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Wow, we're opening your senses.
Yeah, I've never even considered trying Sprite. But
I can't
pretty
believe
good.
that out of these you haven't had Sprite, Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper,
Orange soda.
orange soda, or root beer.
So you just want to come on here and lie then, huh? Because I said I have had this.
All right.
Remember that?
So I'll take that one. I don't.
Yep.
I don't.
Yep.
And now Sprite. This was the biggest surprise of the day. Florida man tries Sprite. The ending will shock you. I actually liked it. I hate lemon, hate lime, and this somehow worked really well. I don't know if it's because I can appreciate the very subtle flavor, because it's not really like, it's not like a star player. This isn't like your star quarterback on the football team. This is a player that rides the bench, but he has a lot of heart. There's flavors in here, but they're not trying to be intrusive. They're just there, and you're just kind of drinking a very hydrating, pretty decently tasting soda. I mean, I don't even know how to explain it. Sprite was just enjoyable. I liked it. I'm giving it an A tier.
Even the container's gross. This looks like from the fucking 1800s.
I've never ever liked root beer.
Oh, this looks so fucking
Give me
bad.
some cups.
It looks so fucking bad. Like, just the coloring of it, too. Shit-ass fucking brown logo and everything. It looks gross.
Oh, you meant the bottle? I was like,
Yeah.
literally 7 other sodas
No,
today
no,
had the
I
same
meant the
color.
bottle. It just looks bad.
It's that color that I can't have for my kidney.
It smells so fucking bad. This smells like the flavored lube.
The lube tasted a lot like it.
Yeah, it did.
That's not good, man. It's not nearly as bad as I thought it would
I
be,
like
at
root
least.
beer. I never would seek out root beer, but I'm not upset when I have it.
A root beer float?
I think the last time I had a root beer float was on a road trip when I was like 4. That does sound good though.
It's not horrible. I wouldn't say it's good, though. Like, I'm not enjoying it, but it's a lot better than I thought it would be.
I need a fucking nap.
How is sugar putting you to sleep?
It's the citric acid.
Yeah, that's just the kidney stones blocking my
His
system.
kidneys are shutting down.
You don't get that way when you have like too much sugar and you just feel like your body wants to
Oh, you're
crash.
supposed to be like.
No, you're supposed to be
Yeah.
like sugar rush.
Oh, it gives me
remember?
like a brick in my stomach.
God, you're such a weirdo. What a weird
You
guy.
never had fucking Sprite
Goddamn right.
or Mountain Dew.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
It's not bad. It's like a C tier. I'd put that right in the middle.
Finally, root beer. I'd never really had root beer until the flavored condom video, really my first exposure to even the flavor of root beer. Hated it there, and it was tolerable here. Again, I wouldn't say it's bad or shitty, but I also wouldn't say that I enjoyed it. It wasn't a beverage I was drinking and having fun with. It's just a soda that I could tolerate. I'm just gonna give it a C tier. I don't have super strong feelings on it one way or the other, to be honest, so I think it's just pretty average.
All right, now do the whole mixture.
Yeah, this is gonna taste good. Oh, come to Papa.
Oh, you have your own 2 minute.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Whoa, Jesus, Matt, let's not get out of control. It's not that exciting.
Why would it do that?
That's like 600 grams of sugar in this.
Yeah, that's pretty gross. Oh, there was still liquid in the cup under it.
Oh, this goddamn idiot. You don't even understand basic science.
I don't like that.
I don't like it.
You know what comes through the strongest is the aftertaste of Mountain Dew.
I didn't get hold of it.
I always used to do just Coke, orange soda, and Sprite whenever I would like go down the line, and that was always the good stuff.
Yeah, try the Coke and Fanta. That's a really popular drink.
I have some
overseas.
cups. You said Coke and Fanta?
I do
Yeah.
taste a lot of Mountain Dew, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm getting the initial flavor of root beer and aftertaste of Mountain Dew. Give me the Coke too. Is it equal pours?
Yeah.
Approximately how many ounces?
7.
Okay. And what is this called? Mesothelioma? What was it?
Mezzomix.
Mesomix.
Close.
Same thing.
It's actually made, but this is what it is. It's just like Fanta and Coke together.
Who makes it?
Let me look it up.
Coke, probably.
Yeah, I would think so.
My,
Or they would sue the shit out of somebody.
I'm coming
I
on
don't
that.
like just sitting here covered in soda.
That's your own fault.
Here, we haven't done a single cheers today.
Oh, true.
Oh, that's cute.
Nah, it's not for me.
I feel like they're not mixing well, so they're like.
Well, did you mix it or did you just let them sit there
That's
static?
not for me. That ruins the orange soda and the Coke. They fight in there. It's a war. Sounds like they're battling in my mouth.
Well,
Yeah.
it is a German soda, so.
Oh, fair. Very aggressive. Yeah, I really do feel like they're fighting each other in my mouth.
Yeah, it's not. They're not working together in harmony.
Are there any other mixes you want to try to throw in there?
What if we mixed water and Sprite? What happens? Has anyone ever done that?
I guess you put ice
I
in
guess
for
we
the
could
spread.
try it today.
This is gonna be nuts.
Yeah, the flavor.
Why did you even ask? Why did you even ask him? You had to know something like that was coming.
I saw him look at the water. I was like, "This fucking idiot."
What if this creates the best soda ever?
Yeah. What if it really
Yeah.
changes the flavor?
It's crazy. No one's ever had like water in Sprite before.
Yeah, the melted ice. That's nuts.
No, if this is uncharted territory.
I'm gonna get wild. Give me a cup.
I've got a good feeling about this.
The two most abrasive flavors on the table.
No, he doesn't like it.
It's very, very watery for some reason.
Yeah, I wonder why.
It's almost like there's water in your Sprite.
Kind of gross.
It's time to deliver the long-awaited sequel to the Flavored Condoms Taste Tier List. Today we will be doing different flavors of lube and ranking them based on their flavor. This is a sequel that's been more hyped up than the release of the Bible 2. So I'm happy to deliver this for you, and I think the results will be absolutely shocking to fans of eating flavored lube. I think it's about time you finally get an accurate tier list.
Alright, I don't know what beautiful flavors we have. It was suggested to lick these off of a dildo, but we didn't have any clean ones.
Naturally.
Fries into ketchup, but we couldn't quite get there. So,
We've got big spoons in our hands.
yeah, take me on a tour, Matt. Where are we starting?
All right, so I'm thinking we literally just go left to right.
Okay.
Charlie doesn't know the flavors.
Yeah,
So
and
we're
I
gonna give him a little
I'm
surprise.
fruit blind as well. I
Yeah.
don't know what these could be.
No idea.
These could be anything.
I actually individually wrapped them separately, so the one that looks like a watermelon is not
Oh yeah,
watermelon.
no, it couldn't be.
All right, how would you like this one?
I was just gonna rip shots.
All right, go ahead.
Let me get a good sniff first. That's strong.
Yeah, it's got a strong scent to it.
And these are edible, right? Like I'm not gonna poison myself.
I didn't read these bottles actually.
Too late.
It's water-based personal lubricant for penile and vaginal application.
I mean, if it can go in a vagina, it can go in my gullet.
Is that how
That's
we?
a pretty good rule.
Yeah, I think that's how the FDA assumes things. Yeah, that was a good shot. You.
Oh wow.
Can I just put it on my
It's
hand?
burning my tongue.
Well, it's warming. I think.
I can guess the flavor. 100%.
It's a good flavor.
That is definitely. It's like a Luna bar kinda.
It tastes like our Luna bar.
It tastes like a Luna bar.
I don't like how it feels on my tongue.
It doesn't feel good. Is it mint chocolate?
Yeah, mint chocolate chip ice cream.
That's pretty. The flavor's there, but it has like this tingly needle feeling on my tongue.
I think they're all warming, so I think they're like supposed to warm up.
That's probably what it is. Oh, that's
Yeah, I think these get hot.
yeah.
Boy, my tummy's feeling hot.
That flavor was kind of fucking banging though. That tasted like a Luna bar.
It
if
initially
was rotten.
Scared me. Yeah, it's like if you liquefied a Luna
Yeah.
bar. But once you got used to the feeling, still not. It tasted pretty good.
Mint chocolate had a great flavor. Willy Wonka really nailed it with this concoction here. The only downside to it was the tingling sensation on my tongue, but I think that may have just been like jumping into a cold pool, like that initial
shock to the system, you know? I wasn't expecting that. And after getting used to it, I feel like the mint chocolate can be a wonderful dessert. So I'm gonna have to put mint chocolate at a B tier. It's a flavor I enjoyed and definitely one I didn't soon forget, considering it stained my taste buds for like an hour afterwards. But it was pretty solid. I was very impressed, especially for our first starter lube. Now it's time to talk about Adam and Eve. As I'm sure you're all aware by now, I get all of my sex toys and anything that goes in my holes from Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve just has a massive catalog full of pretty much anything you can imagine, full of all kinds of pleasure gizmos and accessories. It's just the biggest, best place to be finding sex toys. So if you're interested in trying Adam and Eve products for yourself, you can go to adamandeve.com and use code LIST for 50% off one item and free shipping to the US and Canada with some exclusions. That's code LIST at adamandeve.com for 50% off one item and free shipping to the US and Canada with some exclusions.
Can't wait to explain this to the hospital, why our stomach is in such shit shape. Let me actually read the back of this again.
It smells like L'Oreal shampoo I used as a kid.
If irritation or discomfort occurs, discontinue use and consult a physician.
Yeah.
Keep out of the reach of children and pets. This product is not a contraceptive or spermicide.
It's good for us.
That
Good for
is
the
good.
tummy. The stomach does not like spermicides.
Yeah, there's nothing in here, according to my scientific knowledge, that we couldn't have. There's citric acid, which gives me kidney stones, but that's fine.
Yeah, you have one kidney, you have plenty.
Yeah, it's only one stone.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I can't make two at once.
I guess I'll just.
Oh, you're going real in. Why didn't you use? Oh, yeah. Why did you do? Why did you do that? How's that one?
It's a lot to take in. That boy will overwhelm you.
Tastes like soap. Sweet soap.
I have a bold guess. Is it Oreo?
It does taste like Oreo,
Yeah.
but it's not.
It's like Oreo pre-cum.
like the cream
Yeah.
of an Oreo. Yeah, the pre-cum of an Oreo. You're so right.
What is the flavor?
Creme brulee. Kind of.
I
I
was
think
so
that
close.
means Oreo cum in French.
Yeah, that might be it. These flavors are like right on. If it didn't like hurt my tongue initially,
Yeah.
these would be pretty good.
You guys might want to get in on this. This is
Yeah.
actually delicious. How many calories are in this? Because you could replace dessert with this and feel good about it.
Yeah, that was like an actual dessert, 100%. Like at a fancy restaurant.
It does not have the caloric intake, which is upsetting.
That is surprising.
This is from Joe's Gelato line.
Yeah, I honestly think this guy literally just makes ice cream and then he just takes some of it and heats it up and puts it in here and calls
Just
it lube.
turns it into a jello-like substance.
Yeah. Yeah, this is lube, I guess.
He's actually just a chef using his leftovers.
Those flavors are good.
I wish I could separate the flavors from the slime, but
Yeah. Well,
I'll
I mean,
tell
that would
you
just
what,
be eating a creme brulee.
I guess that's true. That's just food.
Yeah.
It slides right down.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I think I've only had creme brulee once in my life. The only reason I even know that name is from old cartoons where it would make an appearance. But I can tell you this flavor, it was an absolute banger. This shit slapped really hard. I'm going to give it an A tier because the only thing holding it back is that like sensation that it gives you when you put it in your mouth, like something that you'd experience at the dentist when they're trying to numb your shit up. Other than that though, great flavor.
Excited for this one.
I don't think it's beating creme brulee. That one
This
was
is
nuts.
so much better. I went into this thinking it was going to be gross. This blows baby food out of the water.
This is a lot. Babies should have this stuff.
Yeah, we should. Yeah. Forget. Hey, they have no claims against them with metal and arsenic.
That's
so.
true. These are safer than baby foods,
Yep,
actually.
absolutely.
We consumed arsenic pre-recall baby food.
Yep.
This is a lot safer.
Agreed. I saw so many videos the other day of them taking magnets to baby food and like pulling iron out of it.
Tell me that. My meat sticks okay though?
Yeah, they were good. They actually found those were just metal rods. They loved them.
Oh, that's the worst one yet.
Oh, I was excited for this one.
Yeah, that one's not for me. I need a creme brulee to wash that down.
Give me the mint chocolate.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
There we go.
Yeah, much better.
Much better. Oh, she's got some kick to it. What?
It's not what you would guess because this would normally taste a lot better than that. Oh, it's gross.
I'm going with ice cream. Is it ice cream flavored?
Flavor?
Yeah, it's general ice cream. Vanilla.
Vanilla?
Yeah.
No, it's salted caramel. I did not get that at all.
No, I didn't.
They really let us down on that one. I kind of want to go back and just get all their gelato flavors. There was like 12 of them.
Yeah, these are fucking good. Well, except for salted caramel.
Yeah.
That was very bitter. Very,
Way
very
to just
bitter.
ruin it.
Well, Joe, 2 out of 3 were bangers.
Not bad at all when I expected them all to be shit.
I thought I was gonna get sick from this, but I actually
Right.
feel like I'm getting a sweet treat.
Unfortunately, Joe's hot streak comes to an end. The recipe he used for salted caramel is abhorrent. That was some dog shit. There was almost nothing enjoyable about salted caramel. That's going into the F tier. It's got to. It was the worst of Joe's line and the worst up until that point. Really just bad stuff all around. Would have rather eaten liquefied garbage.
All right, moving on to Joe.
It's Joe again.
It's Joe again.
He's got a monopoly
You
on
would never
flavored
guess
food.
it. I wonder why Joe left the E off the end of his name.
It's fancier that way.
No added sugars or artificial sweetener. How do they do it?
I don't know. They're crazy. It's like
Wait,
a
does
Coke
that one say
Zero
the
food.
same thing? What's in the bottom left, that little circle there? What's it say?
Propylene glycol.
Free.
Free.
Glycol free. Somebody was going to hear you say that and be like, you need to go to the hospital now. Whatever the fuck
He
that
started
is.
typing on his keyboard.
No added sugars, artificial sweetener. Mix and match flavors. There's over 200 combinations.
That's crazy.
We didn't think about this like a trading card game.
True. Yeah, these are first edition Joe flavors.
You want to smell?
Yeah. That smells pretty good.
Yeah, it
Smells
does.
pretty good.
Oh, you go. I don't know if it's the cheese curds I ate. It's probably the cheese curds.
It's definitely not Joe's recipe. That'll help your stomach. It's like ginger
When you
ale.
go to take a shit tonight, it's just sort of.
It's gonna smell great too.
Did you just dump ice cream in the toilet? How's that one?
Ooh, no. Tastes like old medicine you take as a kid, like Motrin.
You mean Motrin?
Oh, yep, that's the
I
one.
liked how you mixed that with Moltres from Pokemon.
Yeah,
You are right.
yeah,
That's just straight medicine.
yeah. That one actually just tastes like medicine. Is that terrible?
No, like if I got this was the medicine as a kid that I enjoyed because it wasn't the white lumpy penicillin.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
still, it's good by medicine standards.
Yes.
What do you think it was?
Tasted like cherry.
I knew you were gonna guess that because I agree. It's strawberry kisses.
What?
Which, don't be fooled, are not the same as strawberries.
This is outrageous. We've been lied to. This is not
It
strawberry.
absolutely was cherry medicine.
100.
That man took cherry Motrin, dumped it in a bottle, and said, "Here, go have sex with this." Oh man.
You and your kid, you kids love Motrin. I'll give your Motrin. I'll give you what you want.
Motrin covered baklava.
Yeah, that's the stuff. Woo! That's better than the salted caramel. I would
Agreed.
say. that.
Agreed.
will say
I
that.
didn't hate it. I think we're gonna hate this one.
We ventured into uncharted waters. We've left the safety of Joe's bosom. These are no longer his flavors, and they're not very good. Strawberry Kisses off to a rocky start. I'm going to put it at C tier because it is quite a bit better than the salted caramel, but it's also not great either. It really does just taste like old medicine you would have had as a kid.
Is it a flavor I already don't like?
No, this is kind of like the equivalent to how you called something just ice cream. It's not at one flavor.
Okay. It's a blend.
A strong smell. That'll put some hair on your balls.
Yeah, that'll do it. I'm ready.
I'm gonna find out this is like 18% alcohol. Your first drink in 3 years was a lube. I like your technique. I gotta try that.
Yeah, it's a lot better that way. It's smoother. I'm not offended. I'm just disappointed.
I thought you were going back in for seconds.
I would have never guessed Tropical Passion.
No.
I had nothing in my head on that one. It was just aggressive.
That one
It
messes
tastes-
with the mouth a little more.
Yeah, that one was just kind of mean. I think my tongue has gone numb though, because
Yeah.
these aren't making them hurt me, like
No, it-
warm anymore.
It feels like the tip of my tongue is numb.
Yeah, like Novocaine from a dentist.
It legitimate. Have you ever kind of like tasted the Novocaine numbing, like a little spills out and you taste it?
yeah.
Because it gives me a similar feeling to that.
Another super stinky shitter here from the twisted mind of whatever company made this lube, I forgot, but it's not Joe, I won't besmirch his name. This was horrible. It wasn't as bad as salted caramel, but it was still pretty fucking bad and extremely aggressive. I'm going to be putting it in a D tier.
Very high hopes for this one.
I'm excited. If it's cherry, I will probably puke.
Well, you already had the one that tasted like cherries.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ooh. Ooh, baby.
Is it good?
That's a good one.
Ooh!
Let's give that
All right.
Just give that one a big old gulp. We know that's
Yeah,
gonna be.
I'll just waterboard myself with this one.
Oh! Stop! I need to eat
That's a
some.
little. Wow, that was a lot. That was a lot to swallow. It's good. It's good.
That one's more. And I don't mean this in a bad way. It feels like it's attacking my mouth.
Yeah.
Kind of like how a pineapple.
Is there
eats
okay?
you.
Did you check if there's spermicide in this one? Because that was really hard to swallow.
Is there sperm in your mouth?
Does lube have spermicide?
Some of it.
Some of it does, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering what spermicide would attack in your mouth.
Fuck.
My stomach's fucking feeling it. Let's see. There's no way they put spermicide in
Oh, fuck.
flavored lube. They're expecting this to go in your mouth.
Ah, that was a lot, though.
This product is not a contraceptive or spermicide.
Is that raspberry?
Succulent watermelon.
No, I'm not a big watermelon fan, to be honest.
It has like a soapy taste to it. I've never tasted normal lube. Do we have normal lube here?
We do. We should try normal lube.
Should I run? It's in the back building.
Oh, we'll get it after we're done with
All right.
It's what we slid on.
We'll need that with the sperm. But yeah, I have nothing to compare it to, but
Ah, fuck.
I'm assuming this is better than normal lube.
I would think so.
But I feel like I'm gonna burp like soapy bubbles now.
I don't think the normal lube was warming either, so you're not gonna get the tingling.
Succulent watermelon, more like suck ass watermelon. It wasn't very great. It was okay at absolute best. Succulent watermelon, I'm just putting it home at a C tier. I think that's fair.
I'm just gonna
They
say
look
right now,
the worst.
They look
They
horrible.
were the cheapest. A big bottle of those, like this size, was like $20. These are $10. So
Jesus
you
Christ.
know they're not. They tell you the flavor with a little sticker on the top. So you're never gonna guess this one. Gets hot when you blow on it.
We're gonna let's test that claim first.
Yeah. Well, you
Let's have Matt blow on it while it's going down into your mouth.
yeah, just open up. All right. Ooh, it's
Oh,
dusty.
you showed me the cap. Fuck.
Don't read.
You know, fun fact, I've never had root beer in my life.
Well, that changes today. It smells like root beer.
I wouldn't know what that smells like. That smells terrible.
Here, we're gonna put a little on the back of our hands. Oh! Take some of mine.
Oi!
All righty.
Is it warm for you?
No. Is it warm for you?
No.
Oh, it's getting there. I think.
That's all in your head. No, it doesn't get. I mean, maybe it takes a while. Maybe I have too much. Oh no, I wasn't wiping my dick with it.
I thought you thought maybe it only works on activated areas. All right. It's really runny.
Yeah, it's very not lubey.
So what I'm noticing is, like if I dumped water on my hand and blew on it, it would be cold.
Yeah.
This doesn't get cold, but it's not getting warm.
That's a good point. Well, they shouldn't say
Here,
warm.
blow on mine. No?
It burns a hole through your flesh. I'm just gonna assume that it's marketing and not real. It's a lie.
We know paper. I guess we're fine.
Oh, this is so liquidy though. Oh
Yeah,
my
this is like a drink.
fucking
We
God.
might want to use the spoons for this one.
I'm not a coward. I'm no pussy. Emotion lotion.
Make sure that it doesn't have anything on that bottle saying we can't eat it.
Let's double check.
May be used on any part of the body that you wish to pamper in aid to sensual play.
What does it say about consumption?
I didn't read that far.
There's nothing about consumption here for what it's worth.
Well, you're just trying to pamper your mouth.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun.
It actually says nothing about consumption.
It must be good then.
That should be fine. I'm sure.
Gets warm when you rub it, gets hot when you blow on it. Give some to someone you love.
Oh, that's cute.
Emotion lotion. Available in 31 flavors. It's like a Baskin Robbins.
I'm going in. Oh god.
That's a lot. You want to use the cap?
Yeah, let's use the cap.
Oh, come on.
Thank you. No, that's
You
what
were about to do it.
There's so much fluid in there. The cap's really dirty. How about this?
Alright, go
I have a better idea. How about we pour into the cap? Look how much comes out with just tiny pour. Give me that. Oh wow. That is very warm in my mouth. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all.
Holy fuck, you're right. Ah!
I don't like that at all. I do not like emotion lotion at all. The only emotion that gets out of me is rage. That feels terrible. That is awful. That is absolutely awful. That is disgusting. I see why there's no word about consumption on this bottle. I hated that one. I absolutely, it was like warm urine.
I was gonna say it. My first thought was it felt like somebody just pissed in my mouth.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
That was great. You gotta try that, Danny.
Danny,
Oh,
yeah.
Wow, what a great
Danny,
slogan.
you gotta try that.
Take a
feeling.
swig.
Here, just give it a little bit and see how warm your mouth
Get
gets.
off my fingers.
Yeah, just
you're-
give it some gas.
It gets warm. Warm fast.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like-
that's disgusting.
Instant just.
It's like, it just feels wrong. Like,
It feels like a crime.
That was gross.
Oh,
Good thing we only have 2 more of
those.
those.
Is the right word. Oh. It also doesn't really taste like root beer.
No, it doesn't.
Well, I couldn't even focus on flavor. All right, so
I
on these
have
two,
fingers for my camera.
here's paper towels.
Root beer was the most offensive thing I think I've tasted all year, and for that reason, it's going to have to go to a level above F. E. I think this is our first E rating ever. I don't even know if it's on screen, but Jackson's going to have to make a way of putting it up there. This was perhaps the worst thing we've ever tasted for a tier list, at least in my opinion. Not only was it revolting with its flavor that wasn't even close to root beer. This is as close to a root beer flavor as dog shit would be. And not only was it that terrible tasting, but it was actually pretty fucking painful to put in your mouth. It was jarring. The heat that it was able to dissipate and throw around in your mouth. It was like biting into a fucking hot pepper.
We have to fight through it to rate it on the flavor.
These are all emotion lotion?
They are not this one. These two though. So we really have to force ourselves to focus on flavor.
Oh, wow, that was gross, man.
I don't even know that I want to let you smell this one.
Will I give it away?
I'll smell it and let you know. Maybe it's just really off base. You can smell it. Remember how we talked about penicillin as a kid?
I figured this one would taste like medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah, is this, I'm gonna just immediately guess on this one. Is this the classic, what the fuck is it? They called it on the medicine. Not grape.
Lumpy white.
What the fuck was that flavor?
Tastes like being healthy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Fuck.
All right.
I can pin the smell, but not the name of the flavor.
Bottoms up. Remember it's runny. Fight through it. Fight through it.
You guys both have like the same facial expression.
It's so warm.
It's so gross. Bubblegum. That's bubblegum. That is bubblegum. Oh. Woo! Went to battle with the emotion lotion on that one, but I got it. It's like in Phasmophobia, I identified the ghost. Let me see it.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, that one wasn't too bad. Like, did it taste too bad?
No,
The feeling is terrible.
that was fine once you get past like the initial.
Oh, my tongue's numb. You know what the feeling is when you fight through it? Have you ever had one of those like imagine you put like rubbing alcohol in your mouth, all the ethanol, how it basically disappears in your mouth, and you have like that hot cloud that comes out.
What the fuck are you doing? Rubbing alcohol
Yeah,
in your
you
mouth?
I
Rubbing
haven't.
alcohol.
Like, imagine you've taken one of, like, if you do a shot of alcohol and it's just so high in alcohol content that it
Oh,
basically,
like Everclear?
yeah, it
Okay.
basically disappears in your mouth and you like breathe out that ethanol
Yeah, I see
or
what you're
whatever.
saying.
That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah, not to me at all. You sound like a psychopath. To me, that just it feels like I took warm ass and lightly.
Oh yeah, mine was so bad. Go on, please.
It just tasted yucky and warm, and then not terrible once it was over.
That actually was shocking. I thought that was going to be the worst one. It's shockingly good.
I wouldn't use good, but
Shockingly better
better
than I expected.
Yeah.
This one came in a couple different waves. At first, following the pattern, it was pretty painful and uncomfortable, and the flavor was also pretty offensive, but after the dust settled, it didn't taste horrible. Like the aftertaste of everything, and once the taste buds had a chance to recover from the assault, you were left with a decent flavor, I suppose. So I'm just going to put it as C tier. I think that's fair.
Only time will tell. My stomach feels like it's getting fucked up.
You seem concerned. That smells good.
I want to
You
smell
don't
this
like
one. I think I know which flavor.
it?
This
You don't like
is.
that?
I don't like that smell. It smells like soap to me.
That's not what I thought that was going to smell like.
It smells really nice. Is that like white grapefruit or something?
Nowhere near.
Okay, cool. So pretty close then.
So go ahead.
I actually really like the smell of this one, to be honest.
Well, I
One
hope
of my
it
favorite
tastes
smells.
as good as you think it. I threw it. Why? I don't like it. That's the worst.
No, it's not the worst. It's bad. Let me see it. It's bad,
It's getting a little better.
but it's not the worst. What the fuck is the flavor?
What would you guess?
I already did guess.
Give it another guess now that you've tasted it.
I don't know. It doesn't like a pear, kinda. Like a
Closer.
Like an older pear.
You got it. It's an elder pear.
10-year-old pear. Aged pear. Like a
No, it's,
petri dish or something.
Oh, I thought you were gonna get it there. Peaches and cream.
Oh, peaches and
I was gonna say it tastes a little bit like the shittiest flavor Philly swirl. I don't know if you remember Philly swirls.
I do not.
How do you not remember Philly swirl?
I don't think I've ever had a Philly swirl. That wasn't good. None of Emotion Lotion has been good. But it wasn't as bad as root beer. Root beer was on another
My
level.
tongue is so slimy.
My tongue doesn't feel very good.
Peaches and cream, also pretty fucking terrible. Joe's the only one with a good formula. I'm slapping peaches and cream at a D. It's not as bad as root beer, but that's still super shitty.
This one's more expensive.
Okay, good.
We're treating ourselves. This is by Sizzle Lips.
Oh, very good.
Or Sensuva Sizzle Lips Warming Edible Gel.
Hey,
this
good.
is the first one to say it's edible so far.
Good.
I think I already checked this one. Give that one a sniff. Oh, you
I won't look at the flavor. It smells like Bacardi. It smells.
Yeah, it actually
smells
does.
like what was it?
Is this alcohol?
Peach Bacardi.
I'm shocked there's not alcohol.
That smells shockingly like Bacardi.
Yeah, that actually
Holy
does.
shit!
Fun.
And you said it was more expensive. We might be busting this case wide open.
Our mouths might just be on fire after this one.
Yeah.
There are flames around it. We should make the world's first spicy edible lube. You want me to squeeze it for you? Come on, you got it.
What the fuck? Is there?
Oh wait, I think I know what happened. Yep. the protective cap went up into the cap. So you got to do it this way. It's blocked.
Oh, all right. Well, let me use the cap. No, you ruined it.
No, I'm trying to get it out.
Okay.
Alright, just dump it in there. It's fine. It's a clean spoon. I just pulled it out of the dishwasher.
Okay. Ooh, wow.
Oh, that's liquidy.
Ooh.
Don't hand me this like I'm taking it out of the bottle. I'm doing the cap too. You used it all. Oh. 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 That is much more warming than the other one.
Ooh. Flavor's pretty alright, but that is sizzling the old lips, I'll tell you what.
Oh. You know what?
Guessing on the flavor, I'm going ooh, like caramel? Something caramel?
So, hot butter rum. So that's where
That's
the rum
where the
came-
alcohol.
But you know what it tastes like to me is the butterscotch lollipops.
I guess a little bit.
That was far more warming than the others.
Yeah. What the fuck is the point of warming? If we're gonna eat it, make it feel nice.
Just yeah, we're consuming your lube.
Yeah. The fuck.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's a good question. Why do they make edible lube warming?
I guess
You know this is going in a mouth.
at some point.
True.
Like it not immediately. It's not like
I guess
let's
it's
get
not
wild.
waiting to eat.
Yeah, let's get wild tonight, babe, and just start like chugging
Woo!
through it, spitting it on her.
Well, let me grab the normal lube,
Yeah, I want to taste
which is
normal
not
lube.
edible. So.
And now the last flavored lube before the baseline of just comparing it to normal lube. The rum flavor, it wasn't the worst in the world. Again, it just wasn't good though, like the first two. I would never use a positive adjective to describe any of these post Joe's. All of these have not been very good. This one, I'm just going to put it a C tier because I can only compare it to the other fucking awful ones, and it was better than some of the other super shitty ones. So the rum's sitting there at C tier.
This product is not a contraceptive. Should irritation occur, discontinue use and consult a physician. Avoid contact with eyes and ears. Doesn't say mouth. For topical use only. Do not use. Okay.
What do you mean topical use only?
Top of my tongue. All right.
Let's get a
I'm going to say we don't swallow this one.
coward.
Okay.
Then we'll never know how
I'm
it
going to
tastes.
say you swallow this one. And
I'm
all.
very smelling it, like it's gonna have a smell.
Well, you gotta get a good waft.
Vanilla.
Yes, very good.
Ice cream.
flavor.
All right. I guess you could just lick it off this, like a like a lollipop.
Ah, yes. Make sure it's really covered.
Well, we want to make sure we get optimal flavors. I'll lick the tip. You can do the shaft. Thanks. Oh god.
I read it. Probably just tastes like plastic.
It tastes like bubbles.
It actually just
Tastes like soap.
It tasted like soap
Yeah.
immediately. I hated it on my tongue. I didn't swallow. I didn't even come close. I just fucking hated it on my tongue. That was just soap. Lube is soap. They've been exposed. That was gross. That was just fucking gross.
There's that old expression parents used to say, like when you say a bad word as a kid, like I'll wash your mouth out with soap. They should just change that to I'll wash your mouth out with lube. It's the same thing. It tasted like really hard soap. Or I guess maybe bubbly hand sanitizer, perhaps. It's fucking terrible. Yeah, I mean that's F tier. I don't even think that really needed to be experimented with, but we did our due diligence. Definitely F tier on normal lube for flavors. This episode of Liquid Ladder was brought to you by Filmora 10. Fast food played a major role in my life as a young man, a young boy becoming a man.
Fast food was like a second father to me. When I would go out with my parents, I'd always ask them to stop at McDonald's and get me 3 supersized fries. You probably don't even know what that word means, supersized. It's an unfathomable word to the modern age human being. But back in the late 90s, early 2000s, supersize was a huge deal for McDonald's. It was a level above large. It was a transcendent state for the food to be in. It was about as big as 4 squirrels standing on top of each other, like with their little feet on each one's shoulders, like all standing up in a totem pole. They were absolutely massive. Honestly, it was probably against the Geneva Convention to even sell supersized orders from McDonald's because it was literally a criminal amount of calories you were consuming. And I'd always finish every last morsel. There wasn't a molecule of French fry left by the time my gluttony was done with it. So now that I've given you my resume, what we'll be doing today is hitting the major fast food chains in our area and figuring out which one has the best possible number 1 order. Classic waffle fries. The PDQ is wonderful right now. The fries were really slapping. I'm going in on the chicken. I think I'm safe. It's really good. Oh my. That is a number 1 at its best. So first up was naturally going to be PDQ, People Dedicated to Quality. This isn't a massive fast food chain, but it's actually one of my favorites. When I do get fast food, I typically just go to PDQ. We cheated a little bit. I'll go ahead and just rip the condom off now and hit you with the bad news. There is no number 1 from PDQ. It doesn't exist. If you ask for a number 1 there, they treat you like a psychopath flat earther. So there is no number 1. We cheated a little bit and just got the most generic meal from PDQ, which is the 3 tender meal. And it's just an easy S tier. From this day forward, the 3 tender meal shall be known as a number 1, at least in our book, and it's definitely S tier. Really, everything from PDQ is just great. Even the water tastes like I'm drinking angel's tears. It is just so hydrating. It's probably fortified with extra electrolytes. I wouldn't be surprised if they had some kind of fountain of youth at a PDQ facility, because it is just, everything there is so good. I bet you were just thinking to yourself, wow, the editing in this liquid ladder is particularly high quality. I would like to know how to master editing to this level of professionalism. Well, then you should definitely look into Filmora 10.
A lot of people often ask me, as the video editor here on penguinz0, how they should get started if they want to edit videos. Recently, a brand new piece of software has released called Filmora 10. Filmora 10 is a great, light piece of software designed to make video editing as intuitive and easy as possible for newcomers while sacrificing none of the important tools. You'll have a vast suite full of effective video editing tools at your fingertips, tools that you usually find in other expensive professional programs. Tools such as motion tracking, keyframing features, color match, audio ducking, and even more. These are all tools that you can easily learn how to use and get a feel for in order to create the perfect video. It really is the best way to get your feet wet, and with the wonderful sleek, light interface of Filmora 10, it's never been easier. Make video editing fun, easy, and exciting by using Filmora 10 now. Click the link in the description to try it out now.
So if you're interested in Filmora 10 and really taking your creations to the next level, click the link in the description below to get started on Filmora 10.
About to wait, so I would order.
Hey, could I just get a number 1 with a Coke, please?
Sure, would you like that large size?
No thanks.
With a Coke?
Well done.
Easy. They have no idea what we're even using that number 1 for.
I was so nervous.
We'll start with the thing I'm absolutely not looking forward to, which is the Coke. Yep, that tastes like what I remember. Ooh, they double stack these bad boys, huh? Oh god.
Show it to the camera real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Matt, this rental truck is gonna,
It's gonna be I've got to vacuum the shit out
rough
of this.
shape. Very amateurish. The lettuce overpowers everything else. It's just like a lettuce burger. Gotta tell you, boys, just tastes like eating a gas station salad. Maybe the fries can save the meal. Very flimsy. Look at that.
Let me get in there.
Yeah, go ahead. Very limp dick noodle type fries over here. There's no passion in these. I can taste the hate that they cooked with this. I gotta tell you, McDonald's is looking like a C tier. I was expecting more from the number one here. I hadn't had McDonald's in an extremely long time, and I certainly hadn't had a Big Mac in even longer, and both were just significantly more underwhelming than I was expecting, especially the Big Mac. The Big Mac was like 80% lettuce and 20% frozen toilet water. Just really lackluster stuff.
Could I get the number one without a drink?
So you did not get the Supremes, right? Well, that's ruined.
What's that room?
I just smashed the entire taco.
Oh, cool. Yeah, no, I got regular.
I can tell you I am not a fan of hard shell tacos. I've always preferred soft. But I'm willing to experiment. Well, I had initial concerns with this much lettuce. Again, it looked like it would suffer the same fate as the number one from McDonald's, just too much lettuce, but works really well here. I will say there's like 2 tiddlywinks of meat in here though. There's like nothing. So that's a little disappointing, but at least the shell's good. And try another taco.
Check for consistency. I will tell you, it came with a sticker that said sealed for you, but it wasn't sealed.
That is true, because I might have spit in it. Ooh, this looks like a much better taco.
Agreed.
Wow. This one had actual heart into it.
There's so much lettuce on my floor.
I will say, it's not bad. It's not great. I'm just going to give it right in the middle. I'm giving it a B.
Really, you manhandled that taco. You just took it out angry, ready to go.
Yeah, I had a grudge with that one, apparently.
There's much more lettuce on this side than that
Is there any
side.
meat in there at all?
You know, here, we'll get to the bottom of it. There's a little meat in there. Let's give it a go. Everything else, you're entirely right. Non-offensive. Nothing special. The lettuce is a little overbearing again. The meat's fine. I mean, I made fun of you, but I completely agree.
It's just there's nothing to say about
If I had that in a desert, I'd be happy I had food, but kind of disappointed it wasn't PDQ.
Yeah, honestly, like PDQ, like if I was about to be trapped on a desert, like a deserted island, and I could only bring one food, it'd be PDQ.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if I got Taco Bell, I'd be like very upset. I'd kick sand.
No, I'm actually with you. That wasn't. I once again kind of like McDonald's. I haven't had it in a long time, and I thought it would be better.
Yeah. The Taco Bell number one was a lot like the Avatar movie from James Cameron. It's just super forgettable. That's like I don't even remember eating it now. Like this was just filmed, and I don't even remember eating Taco Bell that day. It's like trying to remember a dream you had a week ago. It's just so forgettable. It's the second you finish the number one from Taco Bell, you forget that you even ate anything, and then you'll plan your next meal because you just totally fucking forgot about it. I wouldn't be surprised if your body forgot about it. Like the calories you eat from the number one just disappear in your body. But I mean, it's not bad. It wasn't great. I think B tier is probably a little generous. I'm just going to bring it down to a C because there's really nothing good about it, nor is there anything bad about it.
Could I get a number one without a drink?
Oh, I forgot Wendy's even has French fries. Holy shit. That's exciting. These look good. These look like great fries.
Those do look good.
Not as good as PDQ, but pretty good. The fresh, never frozen beef. Oh, wow. That looks wonderful. Let's see if all that marketing on Twitter actually indicates quality. Yeah, it's pretty good. The square patties, innovative. I like the unique spin on an old classic. No, that's good. That's just like straight up good.
Bun's much less spongy than it was at McDonald's. That's nice. It's nice. All right. Looks like there's some mayo on there.
There's a little bit of mayo. A little secret sauce. It's got a lot of flavor, huh?
That's a lot better.
Yeah.
Danny, oh, it's kind of the bat symbol now, Danny. I don't think there's room for you to bite unless you want to try it, but there's a lot more meat to filling ratio than the others. You want to bite, Danny?
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Let's get it. No, Danny, get in here. Come on, be part of the family. Matt filming.
Alright, let's switch.
He said, Danny came in here saying Wendy's is the worst fast food he's ever had.
No, I think Burger King's the worst.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I think
Well, it's
Wendy's is actually
objectively
pretty
true,
good.
though. Projectile vomits.
That's good. You can taste the square for sure.
That's what I was saying.
The square really adds flavors to those corners.
Wendy's was a real surprise hit here. This bad boy really came in and slapped my cheeks when I wasn't expecting it. I was actually shocked by the quality of the meal. Maybe I just got a really good burger from Wendy's where the chef kissed it with like some nice lipstick on or something to bless the burger. I don't really know, but it was a really solid burger. The whole meal was, and by the whole meal I mean the burger and the 9 fries I got. So I'm just going to have to give Wendy's an A tier. She can absolutely keep talking shit on her Twitter because she's definitely above the other ones so far. Unless, of course, PDQ learns what technology is and starts tweeting. Be my first Five Guys meal in a decade or so.
You're gonna love it.
I'm how many fucking fast food meals deep am I?
I think we're 4.
This is your 5th.
Okay. Optimal.
Well, our 5th.
Wow, these fries look great.
They're really good.
You did not overhype those. They're very hot. But very good. Oh, very hot. Oh, there's like grease pouring out of it on my tongue.
It's just flavor.
This is so fucking hot. Oh my god.
They just made it. Here, I'll hold it in front of the air.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, blast that bad boy for me. See the fun flies on it, Charlie.
Not one spot is gonna be cold.
Yeah, that's all we need.
I'm gonna cool off a fry for myself too, so.
Not really a cross section.
Oh, that looks like a lovely burger.
It's a nice burger.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, is this a double patty?
It is. That's the regular.
Woo!
2 for the price of 2, baby. What do you think we are, amateurs?
Wow. That's a burger. That'll put hair on your chest right there. In response to this, I'm dropping Wendy's to a B. This burger is much better. Yeah, I don't have any complaints. It's just really good.
Yeah,
Wow.
I told you. It's amazing. You don't want to waste that one, do you? It's a great burger.
Yeah. Can we all just share it so I don't think we go to waste? How many more fucking fast food places do we have? Oh, Five Guys, I'll give an S tier. That's really good.
Let me just take a bite off the back. Look at that. Nice.
Good bite.
It's an S for me too. Let me have a fry. Sorry, I won't rate it yet. It's an S.
Nice. Big bite. I even saw some saliva strings coming off. He was salivating for that.
Five Guys is so good.
We're all gonna be shitting good tonight.
Yes, sir. S tier shits.
They even crinkle cut their pickles.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Are they crinkle cut pickles?
They
are,
are.
yeah.
Take a look.
There's not a single detail missed.
Oh, baby. Yeah, Five Guys, again, is a place we cheated at. There is no number 1, so we just got the most basic meal and called it a number 1. We just felt like we'd be doing the fast food tier list a disservice if we didn't have Five Guys on it. So definitely needed to rate that. I personally hadn't had it in about a decade, and even a decade ago I wasn't a massive fan. But a decade ago I had a boy's tongue. Now I came back with a man's tongue, and I thought it was great. Yeah, I definitely think S tier for Five Guys is deserved, and definitely does live up to the hype. I've been very vocal about my opinion of Chick-fil-A being overrated. And just to prove a point, I still think it's so fucking plain. It's just a blank piece of chicken and 2 pickles. Watch. 2 pickles. Every time. I don't think that's enough flavor, but the chicken is good. I just feel like it's really overrated. Yep. Pretty good. It's all I ever have to say about it. And the fries, I actually like the fries though. Probably the best waffle fries. I still firmly stand by my opinion that Chick-fil-A is remarkably overhyped for what you actually get. I will stand on this hill and jerk off on it till the end of time. The chicken is good, yes. The fries are good, yes. But why is it worshipped and hailed as the second coming of Christ in a fast food restaurant? It is just pretty good. It's not even great. I don't know why people lose their fucking mind about it and rave about it, about how eating a chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A changed their life. Yeah, I was kind of a loser and an outcast until I had one chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A, slimmed out my cheeks, made my jawline thicker and more defined, and all of a sudden I was the popular kid in school and made varsity on the football team, all thanks to the chicken sandwich. I don't get it. It is one slab of chicken and 2 pickles every time, like clockwork. Yes, you can add sauces to it, and the sauces are good, but it's still a very, very plain meal, like super plain. So I'm doing it right now. Go ahead and get ready on your keyboards, because it's coming in hot. I'm giving Chick-fil-A a B tier. I was gonna go C tier, but that's a bit of a disservice because, like I said, it is good stuff. So, I mean, that's already better than most fast food places. It's just the hype train is way too extreme for this place.
How are we doing?
Doing fine. I'm just so hungry. Just not enough calories yet.
So hungry it's gonna make you throw up.
Yeah.
I don't think every time I'm recording Charlie in a car, like with the police thing, it's him almost puking.
I know. Oh my god, I have to fart so bad, but I feel like I might just shit. This is a disaster.
At this point in your life, you should have more control over which one's gonna happen.
I've never eaten 7 fast food restaurants in an hour. I don't know what's coming out.
That's fair. We've created a monster.
Yeah, by this point, the fast food was really starting to sink in and just take over. I felt like I was suffering from fast food poisoning. It was absolutely brutal. I felt miserable. And to top it all off, I was about to go to my least favorite fast food place ever, Burger King.
So I think you want a number 1?
Yeah, ask for a
Wait,
few
do they not?
fucking-
It's a Whopper.
It's a Whopper?
Yeah.
Oh, it's huge. Sanitize me. Let's get it. Let's fucking get it. Speed run. Burger King, I think, is the foulest fast food. So
save the worst for last.
yeah, at least we're finishing off with this.
It just smells fried.
The fries look good. Very hot.
Good.
They've refined the recipe. Burger King fries used to be good, like in 2002, and then I don't know what happened. Someone took over and took a shit in the recipe, but now they're better. That was a good bite.
Fat fry.
Yeah, they're
It's
meaty.
very fluffy.
They're very meaty. One more.
It's like real potato.
No, this is like actual potato right here. Oh wow, there is a lot of moving parts here.
That's like a frisbee. You've got a whole onion on this side.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, I lost the onion.
That's probably for the best.
I like onions. Yeah, that's bad. That's not very good. That's not very good. The burger feels simultaneously overcooked and raw. It's like this weird Schrodinger's meat. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a lot better than I was expecting. Like, I used to think people only went to Burger King to either, like, sell drugs or, like, kill somebody. But looks like there's actual food there. The fries are good. This is not great, but not terrible. I wouldn't order it again. I can't take another bite.
I don't know that I want to take a bite.
We just get after it.
All right.
And then don't move the car for the next hour.
flavor's not horrible, but the texture's not very good.
I thought I was drinking water. That was Coke, so that was a nice surprise.
Don't do it.
I'm trying not to.
This is a loner.
There's so many bags of fast food. And it's so motion sick and fucking grease sick. I have like grease poisoning.
Whatever that is.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to drive really smoothly.
Yeah, it feels like it.
Oh, there's a Subway there for next time.
Quick, we need their number one. I'm not
I'm
full.
bringing you home.
I can do more.
It wasn't nearly as bad as I remembered it being. Maybe Burger King has improved over the years. It's still not great. It's still probably the worst one I had that day, but it really wasn't as insulting to my mouth as I expected it to be. I thought I was going to take a bite of the burger and it'd be like biting into pure fucking salicylic acid. But there was flavor there. There was an attempt made to make a burger, and I could taste it, you know. It just wasn't the best taste in the world. I'm just going to give Burger King a C tier. It's not a place I'd be rushing to go back to, but if I was, you know, really desperate for food and the only thing that existed in the area was a Burger King, I would at least feel satisfied that I got some nutrients. And after eating all of that fast food, and I ate most of it, I finished most of the meals, it was absolutely fucking terrible. It was not a great experience, but I did it for the sake of the tier list. There is a chance that that could have skewed some of the results because of how like miserably full I was for some of the later ones. But for now, this will still stand as the official number one fast food tier list. That's it. So yeah. Hey Darman fam, today I'll be doing a tier list of the most beloved characters in the Darman cinematic universe. Each character has a lot of lore and depth to them, and they've inspired us and challenged us to be better people. They're not just telling stories, they're changing lives. So you see, I thought it would be a fun tier list to make. Young man ranks Darman characters. What happens next is shocking. I'd like to start with one of my favorite characters, not only in the Darman Extended Universe, but just all-time favorite characters, up there with some of the greats like Darth Vader, RoboCop, Wall-E. I'm of course talking about Steve. You'll recognize Steve from classics such as Daughter Chooses Stepdad Over Real Dad, and Babysitter Tries to Seduce Husband. Steve has really had a breakout performance in all of the works he's been associated with and became a superstar. Who could forget the time the babysitter tried to gobble on his meat and he responded with, "Maybe I haven't made this abundantly clear, but I love my wife." I fucking blasted into my seat. The acting was ethereal. I'd never experienced something like that. Steve is able to enter this avatar state of acting and deliver not only an incredible performance but a thought-provoking one as well. He's able to deliver such profound lines and make the viewer really think about their life choices as well. He becomes kind of like a vessel for us to peer into and kind of become one with. Steve isn't just a character. He's an entire icon. And for that reason, Steve will of course be cemented firmly in the S tier. Steve has had many other roles in the Darman Extended Universe, some great ones such as the time he was a tennis champion and he pulls it out of the cum dumpster and he says, "Look at this, I once won a tennis championship," which inspires his son to win tennis as well. Steve has just really done it all and is just an all-around incredible character. Now I'd like to take a moment to talk about Displate. You see, Displate is some of the finest art you can ever hang in your home. It's beautiful metal pieces that are super easy to install. It takes literal seconds. It's just a magnet that you'll stick on the wall and you'll stick the plate on the wall. They look great. They're easy to install. I don't have any on hand to show you because I've just hung all of them up at the warehouse recently, but I showed you a few of them last time. I have a Yu-Gi-Oh! One, a One Punch Man one, Dark Souls, and a Vagina. And let me tell you, the vagina really lightens up a room. That is a conversation starter. Everyone who enters the room with the vagina displate on it is absolutely jaw on the floor wondering where they can find something like that. And I always tell them, at Displate, 1.4 million artists to choose from. You can do some custom pieces as well if you want. So yeah, if you're interested in Displate, you can click the link in the description below to get up to 33% off. Next up, we have SS Sniper Wolf. It's unfortunate that most people know her as a YouTuber as opposed to a Darman character, but I think that's finally starting to change. She has done incredible work in the Darman universe. If there is a child being bullied at school, you can bet your sweet asshole SS Sniper Wolf is going to find that school and give that kid a PS5 and teach
teach them that it's okay to be a gamer, and teach them about the joy of streaming, and stand up to the bullies. So I think she not only teaches a valuable lesson, but she's like the fucking Santa Claus of Darman universe. She always has like a PS5 to give away. She's always giving away her merch and very generously shouting out that she has a merch line. She just really does it all in the universe and is just a positive force in there. She taught us that it's okay for girls to play games and even stream it, which is unheard of in this day and age. Remember when Psycho Mantis was feeling down about her streaming? And then Sniper Wolf came and said, nope, girl can play game, let's do it. And Psycho Mantis did it. She even taught us that the best way to stand up for bullies is to make them financially reliant on you. You remember Psycho Mantis bully at school? Turns out his mom was poor as fuck, real broke, car breaking down and shit, about to be evicted, and Sniper Wolf said, watch this, I'm gonna pay for their month of rent. And then right when they paid for that month, she then created this cycle where they're gonna have to keep relying on Sniper Wolf to pay their bills. So, now, that bully is suckling on your teats. Now they need you. So you win in the end, because now you control them like the puppeteer and they're on your strings. I have no doubt that bully is now one of Psycho Mantis's mod in her Twitch streams. You and your mother don't want to be homeless, do you? I won't be paying your month's rent this time if you're not going to be cleaning up my chat. Overall, I think Sniper Wolf deserves to be in the S tier, an overall incredible force in the Darman universe with a positive message. Next up, we have a criminally underrated character in the Darman universe, Calvin. I believe he's only been in a single Darman short, which is Athlete Peer Pressure's Nerd to Drink, which is one of the finest productions Darman has created so far. It's a true masterpiece. You see, Calvin and his friend Nelson are nerds. They do homework. They do school shit. And they don't drink beers, they don't butt chug, they don't shoot up heroin. They're as square as you can get. But they find themselves at this party, and there's this group of cool athletes and some babes that are like, hey, Calvin, you want to drink some beer with us? And he's like, hey, fuck yeah, I'll shotgun this shit right now. So then he starts chugging the alcohol, and they're like, hey, Calvin, do you want a cigarette? And he's like, oh my fucking god, a cigarette? Well, what in tarnation? What are you waiting for? Toss me one of those ciggies. So then he's puffing on a cigarette, and then they break out the pills. They're like, hey, you ever tried these Dr. Mario pills? And he's like, no, but let's fucking go. And the whole time Nelson's trying to hold him back and cockblock him. And the message is his life spirals downhill because he had one fun night and he's now a loser. Nelson's driving a Porsche and he owns 15,000 companies and is a quadrillionaire. But the thing is, the message of the video is, not all athletes are assholes. Out of nowhere, this group of jocks just invites Calvin to be a good friend with them, and they extended it to Nelson as well, who unfortunately declined. So this one just really had a lot of moving parts to it, and I think Calvin delivered a performance that'll stand the test of time. Calvin is going into the S tier. Next up we have Kate. Kate typically plays an evil character in the Darman universe. She's kind of like the Willem Dafoe of Darman Productions. When you see her in the video, you get a little frown on your face like, there's that fucking Kate girl again. She's gonna be mean or something. In fact, she was actually the babysitter that tried to fuck Steve while he was married. She tried to fucking peg Steve while he was married to someone else. So she does bad stuff because she's not a good person in the Darman world. But by far her most evil role was the time that she broke up with her boyfriend Jay because he was too short. This threw me into a frenzy. I couldn't sleep that night. Very unrealistic. There's no such thing as too short for men. I think we can all agree with that sentiment. And Kate's heartlessness and callousness towards Jay, who showed her nothing but love, to break up with him because he wasn't 6'5", a professional athlete with billions of dollars, and perhaps maybe wasn't even the best gamer either. Maybe he was only classified as an above average gamer in certain games, mainly like the Souls series. And to just break his heart like that. But luckily, of course, it's Starman, so there is a happy ending and a message. She chose a taller man who didn't respect her, didn't like her, so they broke up, and Kate regrets it. Then she sees Jay out with another tall woman, and she's like, how can you love a man like that who's very short? Fucking like calling him a hobbit or something, just being real rude. And she's like, it's not about what's on the outside that matters, it's about what's on the inside. And then I got mad again. It's like, what the fuck do you mean it doesn't matter what's on the outside? He's not even that short. Dude's like 5'9". It's not like that's repugnant or repulsive or anything. So Darman just, that video made me sad. And it's all because of Kate. So for that reason, Kate's getting a C tier, because she's a very good actress and plays the villain well, but this one hurt my feelings. Next up, we have Stan Lee from the Emmy-winning episode Rich Kid Won't Spend Holidays with Poor Grandpa, gets taught a lesson. Unfortunately, Stan Lee is no longer with us, but luckily, his cameos in the Darman and Marvel Cinematic Universe live on. Stan Lee plays the grandfather here for Thanksgiving, and the kid doesn't like it because he doesn't have a whole ton of money. Which is weird because this dude fucking invented Spider-Man. But anyway, the kid eventually learns, like, it's not always about money, sometimes family's good enough. And the whole time, Stan Lee's just taking the abuses, like, he's just being told to his face that he's poor. The kid's like, I don't want to spend time with this fucking old sponge-looking guy. He doesn't even have money, or an iPad, or a Nintendo Switch. What am I supposed to do here? He's fucking poor! And Stan Lee's like, well, I mean, I am, I don't have any of those things. He just sits there and takes it with a smile on his face and love in his heart. And for that reason, Stan Lee, easily S tier. Now, since this is a tier list for Darman characters, I absolutely need to mention the most talented actress in the entire universe of Darman. Her name's Catherine Norland. She's in pretty much every single episode. She's the lady that has the 2 different colored eyes. And she's the one that actually gives real effort into each role that she's in and tries her absolute best. And I think she does a really good job, to be honest. I just really appreciate like how hard she works at it and takes it. I think it's great. I think she makes a lot of these as fun as they are, because if everyone was putting like no effort into it, it wouldn't be nearly as enjoyable. So Catherine Norland absolutely getting an S tier. Next up, we have FaZe Rug, another YouTuber turned Darman actor. FaZe Rug taught us about FaZe Clan's merch line, as well as teaching us that shyness is a superpower. And if you're shy, you're one of the chosen ones, like an X-Men. You have something very special about you. And FaZe Rug taught us how to use that shyness to become the best streamer and content creator this world has ever fucking seen. And not only can you be the best content creator, but you can also get FaZe Clan merch, and who knows, maybe one day you'll also be a part of the FaZe Clan, is what FaZe Rug says in the video. That's an S tier, baby. Absolutely, all day. And now to finish off the tier list, we're going to be ranking Darman himself. He is actually in his own universe as a self-insert. Oftentimes the characters are reading his inspirational book called You See, where they're not only reading a book, they're changing their life. And also, in a couple episodes, they're trying to get a job at Darman Studios, so Darman makes a more direct appearance in his own work. I think Darman needs to go above the S tier. He's in like the double S, the triple S, super smokin' style S tier, quadruple, absolutely highest possible celestial tier. Darman has done something no one else has. He's taken lessons that we'd probably teach AI about human emotions and produced an entire YouTube series out of it. And it's really well made, well produced, and it is extremely enjoyable to watch. Unironically love the Darman videos, so Darman's gonna go safely in the highest possible tier. So that's about it. So yeah.
I am also rolling.
Brought us some fries too. Did you see that?
Those fries are fatties.
Are they good?
Yeah, show the camera. Those are some nutty bad
So
boys.
there's some Publix fries.
Yeah, those are some naughty
Oh my
girls.
God.
You feel her disrespecting you right there?
And I like it.
Yeah, they're
Wow.
good.
I should just spit on my face.
All right, Publix chicken tendies inbound. Best tendies in the game.
Let me pull one of mine out.
All right.
God, I love Publix chicken tenders.
Starting with ketchup, everyone's favorite chicken dipping sauce.
Do you like ketchup?
Yeah, ketchup's fine.
Ketchup is good.
Okay. I immediately realized that.
Well, you get that one. I'll start taking other. Oh, that's not gonna have one. All right, I'm done.
All right, good work, Matt.
Give it a shake. We don't want ketchup juice. Good shake.
Well, that's a good shake.
That was vigorous. Wow.
You like that long range?
Good work.
I don't think I've ever had Publix chicken.
In ketchup?
In ketchup.
I haven't either. Almost feels disgraceful. Let me get a lot on there. It's about the dipping sauce, not the chicken.
Yeah, that chicken is good.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot there was ketchup on it.
It's a good thing we're doing a dipping sauce.
Here, let's just do what tastes best with Publix chicken tenders. I'll get a good scoop.
That's actually really good.
Yeah, it's not bad. Man, Publix has some weird rules, like you can't have a mustache or whatever, or you can have a mustache and no beard and shit, but my god, those rules lead to perfection.
Yeah, they don't mess up on the chicken. You can taste the lack of beard.
Where they actually have a no beard rule.
You can't have a beard, but you can have a mustache, like a pedophile.
Just for the
mustache.
deli?
I would guess for everywhere.
In general,
Oh, really?
yeah, you can have a beard.
That's weird.
That's pretty good.
I'll say it first. I'd give that a B tier.
Who's going to A?
I think it's B tier because these are going to be better, 100% in chicken.
I guess that's true. We often go back and
we have French fries. Why don't we put French fries in the ketchup?
It's good. It's biased when you use the chicken. I got that sentence out. Don't worry. I got there in the end.
That's an A tier.
Damn.
That's fucking nutty.
Yep, I'm sticking with A.
Potatoes and ketchup is fucking crazy.
That's real good. Woo! Alright, I'm going A for ketchup.
I'll go A.
These french fries?
B if you're using chicken.
Now let's talk about today's sponsor, Bespoke Post. Bespoke Post is a monthly membership club which sends these incredible boxes of goods to your door. It's top shelf items that are from under the radar brands. Every month you're going to get a different box of things based on a quiz you fill out with your preferences. So one month you might get outdoor items, maybe items for the house, kitchen utensils, clothing, pretty much every possible area and genre. You can find Bespoke Post delivering a nice quality box of some really good items for it to you. So for me this month I chose cooking, anything related to the kitchen, and I got some American barbecue rub, which is really solid. I tried it on chicken the other night. I imagine it goes better on steak, but I haven't had steak yet. And they also sent me a high quality butcher's cleaver here, which I haven't had a chance to give a workout to yet, but it looks really good. And I imagine when I am ready to start tackling some actual meals, that's going to really come in handy. I also let Tiana pick one, and she chose like outdoor survival kind of stuff because she loves to hike. So then they sent me this box, which is just full of like some survival gear, like a knife and everything like that. There's actually a ton of stuff in here. So she's been taking this with her, and I had to take it from her car to show you. So pretty much any kind of category that you're interested in, Bespoke Post has a box available for it. You also have the ability to preview what's inside the boxes just to make sure that it's items that you're interested in getting. So that's extremely helpful. So if you're interested in trying it for yourself, you can click the link in the description below to get 20% off your first box. So yeah, just click the link in the description below, use the coupon code MOIST20. So that's MOIST20 at checkout, and just click the link in the description below to get started.
Alright, where do you want to go now? Ooh, we're going to mustard. Everybody's favorite dipping sauce. Yeah.
Do people dip in straight mustard?
I don't think that's what we said on the phone call this morning too. I said mayo and mustard, and he goes, "Are those dipping sauces?"
They're absolutely not dipping sauces. They're hot dog toppings.
And burger toppings.
Sandwiches too, actually.
Yeah, mayo goes, or mustard goes great on a Cuban.
It does.
Let's get a little chicken dip and some mustard.
Let me get
some mussy.
Let me get a fresh chickie out.
You know what's weird though?
Huh?
Is once you add honey to the mustard, then it is a dipping sauce.
True. Oh, I got
I don't think I'm gonna like this.
I got a fat stick.
Let's go.
I really committed to it.
Not as bad as I was expecting.
That's a lot worse than I was expecting. Oh my god.
Well, right off the bat, I don't really like mustard, so I didn't think I'd like it at all, and it was fine. I'd give it a C.
Ooh.
We don't agree on this one.
No.
What would you rate that?
D. That does not go on chicken at all.
It does not take, like, when you put the ketchup on, it complements it. When you put that on, you've got chicken in your mouth and you got mustard in your mouth.
Yeah, that was a war wage. My fucking back is hurting right now. I think I'm getting fucking heartburn.
You have an immediate kidney stone.
What's the capsaicin on or the Scoville on mustard?
Yeah, she was spicy. Mom, my fucking back hurts from the mustard. Thing's fucking attacking my insides.
Wait.
I'm so confused.
Oh, that's we'll just stack the trash here. All right, here you go.
I've never thought to dip chicken in mayonnaise, but this should be cool. Hellman's oh baby, this is gonna be good. I've got a good feeling about this one actually.
All right, I'm gonna rip the chicken.
I'm going way too hard.
Just get a little dip.
I'm getting a little wacky.
I don't like that. I don't like just straight mayo.
Tastes like the chicken tender milkshake.
Yeah, that's not good. But let me open your eyes real quick.
Oh.
Ooh.
Isn't that just Chick-fil-A sauce?
Yeah, what kind of mad science is
No,
this?
Chick-fil-A sauce uses barbecue.
Uh.
Let me just teach you a little something. This is called special sauce.
Matt's special formula. That looks good. Is it for chicken or for fries?
Both.
All right, let's
Maybe.
go.
I'm not sure.
Taking a dive.
Pretty good.
My eyes are open.
His back is healed.
There we go.
That's pretty fucking good.
You didn't think that was coming out, did you?
No, God.
Boom. All right, so
The mayonnaise, I'd give a C. Matt's forbidden jutsu recipe, whatever, I'd give that like a B.
yeah,
That's good.
I like that secret sauce.
That's fucking
I'll give
good.
that a B as well, but the mayo, I'm going lower than a C. I did not enjoy that. I would give it a D.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. Aggressive, but okay.
Well, you also, for some reason, liked the chicken tender milkshake more than Danny and I.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It tasted like just straight bile.
It tasted like fun. It tasted like summer.
Yeah, like summer. All right, are we just moving down the line?
Yeah, just go,
Yeah, go for it.
Get that ranch.
Ranch by none other than Hidden Valley.
Yeah, this is a classic. I mean, you can't go wrong with ranch. I'm just going to tell you right now, it's an S tier.
What if it's bad ranch, though?
Yeah, it's spoiled. When did it expire?
Well, it was purchased an hour ago, so.
Woo! Woo, baby! Let's go!
I don't like that ranch very much.
Well, that's blasphemous.
I think it's good.
That's
I've got buttermilk ranch in the fridge. That's better. Oh, there goes Chelsea.
Get the buttermilk bucket. That's an S.
I give that an A, but my buttermilk ranch, I'll tell you it's an S right off the bat. It's from PDQ.
Knew that was coming.
So much free advertising, Matt. You make me sick.
All right, my bad. That's the buttermilk ranch.
It's a PDQ.
You know, I actually don't like their buttermilk.
You're an idiot.
I don't like it. It's okay at best.
Let me make sure this is still.
This is the mystery dipping sauce I was talking
I
about.
don't think that's good anymore.
No, dip it.
I'm not
No,
gonna.
no,
You said it's so good, man.
Damn
You
it!
have to try it.
This is from when we had visitors do a shoot in the warehouse. And
Oh, so it's a month old.
that's yeah.
That it
That
just,
doesn't smell good.
it
Oh,
just
listen.
ages like fine wine, Matt.
This is good until next year, so it should be good.
That has buttermilk in it. That doesn't.
What's it matter?
Buttermilk is dairy. I mean, I'm sure there's dairy in that
Yeah,
too.
cheese
but-
lasts for like a year. Don't be a pussy, man.
I'm not gonna eat spoiled buttermilk ranch. You were scared that you were gonna get here too late to eat the chicken
Yeah, we're running out of
Because
time
you-
too. We're about to spoil. With you taking
because
on-
it's at room temperature.
Goddamn right. That's when the germs come out to play. Chunky blue cheese.
Oh, I hate blue cheese.
I don't like blue cheese either.
I,
Yum
The
yum.
chunkiest one for you guys.
This might be like the first one I would consider an actual dipping sauce, besides maybe ranch.
ranch and ketchup?
Well, ketchup is
Yeah.
only a dipping sauce for fries, to
Yeah.
be fair.
I'd say ranch and this one are the first two.
Yeah.
People dip their chicken nuggets in ketchup all the time.
Put them on.
I'm going in deep on the blue cheese. First time I heard about this was Cuba Gooding Jr.'s Snow Dogs. Cuba Gooding Jr. was like, check out this blue cheese. And I was like, what the fuck is blue cheese? What's going on, man?
I fucking hate blue cheese. I want to spit it out.
So is that like a B tier, maybe? B, C tier?
I can't chew. It's locking my jaw. I hate blue cheese so much. It's so gross.
It's like eating paint.
You think if PDQ made blue cheese, you'd like it?
No. I hate blue cheese. It's just mold. That actually, my stomach hurts.
Ew.
Here, let's try a French fry in it.
You're crazy. I'm not doing that. You can.
You told me to eat spoiled.
I would choose spoiled
I
buttermilk over
would
blue
too. I'm not
cheese.
even joking. I'm sure that has more flavorful. I don't want to do that. Why? But I couldn't chew the first time. Get it out of my sight.
That's F.
Where's your journalistic integrity, Matt? There it is.
That's F.
There it is. It's called pure pressure. It's like soap.
It's a lot worse than soap. It's tastes
I
like
can't chew.
it tastes like what a paint can smells like.
You're entirely right, which is weird.
I hate that.
Yeah, blue cheese is
Here,
gross.
let me dip this in the
I also
secret
hate
sauce.
the packaging because it looks like penis veins, and it's yucky. It's just like a really unappealing everything.
Wait, can you point out the penis veins to me?
No,
How do you not see the clear penis
Well, no,
veins?
like here, like you see. Like if you look at it from a distance, like it just looks like veins. It's just kind of gross.
You look so disappointed in me.
Let's ride. F tier, by the way. Again, I want to reiterate.
Can we go below? What's below F? Isn't there an E?
E is above
before
it.
F.
Oh.
We just never use
All
it.
right, F tier.
Is there okay? So is there E on most people's tier list? Because
No.
there's no like when you're letter grading in school, there's no
There's
E.
no E.
Yeah,
Well, there is an E.
there's
in
no
some-
S either though. So
Yeah, I guess.
Do you remember, like in kindergarten, E was an A for excellence? Ooh, you got the chunky honey mustard too.
are you supposed to shake it?
No, maybe I don't know.
We got all the mustard, no honey.
Yeah, that was a lot of mussy.
Yeah, let's dive into this
To
honey
be fair,
mussy.
that was the only honey mustard I could find at its public spray.
This does not smell like honey mustard. Smell this, Matt. It smells like my ass.
Smells like another paint can. Let's try it. I'm excited now. Let me mix it up so it's not as chunky.
That is. I've never smelled honey
Are
mustard.
we not
like
paying Chelsea enough?
that. Trying to poison.
Is she upset with us?
The next dipping sauce is motor oil.
Everybody dips their chicken in this. Tastes better than it smells.
That's a pleasant surprise.
Honey mustard is my favorite dipping sauce. And ranch. I go back and forth. When I go to PDQ, I get honey mustard and ranch, and I take one bite of each, and I alternate.
Have you tried mixing them together?
Don't be an idiot.
No man's ever done
Have you
that.
tried it?
No, it's too scary. I don't think honey mustard can go bad, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, it can't.
In fact, did you know honey, even from the ancient Egyptian days, is still good today? It can't spoil.
Really? All right, so this is like perfect.
That's
This
actually
is,
it's gonna preserve your insides.
yeah, this is PDQ honey mustard.
Yep. Probably no honey in it, so you're probably fucked, but it is what it is.
Superior.
Honey mustard, I'm giving it an S tier.
Alright.
Maybe not this brand in particular, though, but just general honey mustard. I have to give it an S tier. Not to say Publix was bad, it just felt uninspired.
Yeah, it was slapped together.
Yeah, they were just going through the motions. There was no real passion from the honey mustard chef.
My God, if you want to taste passion,
I'll pass.
Charlie doesn't like passion.
I don't like it sitting out for fucking a
it's
month
been
and
in
a
the
half.
fridge.
Well, you were afraid of buttermilk in the fridge. Coward.
Well, if you leave your milk in a fridge for a month, do you think that's good milk because it was in the fridge, or do you still say it expired 4 weeks ago?
Well, it depends on how it smells. Did you smell it?
Yeah, I did. Would you like to?
Yeah, let me smell it. That's passion.
That's something.
I think you should try it.
It's not good. It's not good.
You should absolutely try it.
I'll try it if you try it.
I will not try it.
We'll both be sick together.
I'm not looking for a foodborne illness, but it would be good if you did. I'm just saying.
Thousand Island.
This is for salads usually, right?
I was gonna say, is this a dipping sauce or is this just a salad dressing?
Some people dip. People put it on their burgers too.
It's first I've
Like
heard
this
that.
is what you get on a patty melt. You get Thousand Island dressing on patty melts. I'm not saying like you do. I mean that's what comes on.
Yeah. But do you dip your patty melts in it?
If it falls off the sides, I do the little.
Is this like a mayonnaise-based dipping sauce?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Do you know?
feels like it.
There's ingredients on it.
I don't read those.
It's a lot.
I'm committing pretty hard. Let's go. Oh. Well, that's very yummy.
Honestly, it's kind of like my secret sauce.
It actually tastes really similar to your secret sauce.
Oh, it's got tomato puree.
It is just that
It's
secret
Matt's secret
sauce.
sauce.
It's my secret sauce with like relish in it.
That's very good. I'd give that an S. It's better than your secret sauce, but it does taste similar.
I'd give it an A. What did you give it?
S for me. We're in a hot streak.
I like that.
I also like that. Hit me with that one. I probably won't like that.
Have you had Sweet Baby Ray's before?
No.
It's my favorite barbecue sauce company. That's where I keep my nails long to get into the Sweet Baby Ray's sauce.
I heard you talk about Sweet Baby Ray's.
You have?
Yeah. Sweet Baby Ray.
Let's dive right in. You want to see what Sweet Baby Ray looks like? Because there's not a picture on here. I don't know why I thought there was.
I'm pretty good.
A smoky. Mm-hmm. Wow.
So the sauce is the boss.
I don't normally like barbecue sauce. That's good.
Sweet Baby Ray, goddamn.
Tangy. Smoky.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Taste
Baby.
this.
Let me try frying it.
I'll do the same. That's
Is
pretty
this
good.
your lunch? Should we not eat all of these?
I haven't had one.
She brought her lunch to eat, and you guys are just going in on it.
I got fries for lunch. Oh, thank you.
That's very good.
It's great on french fries.
It's not as good as Thousand Island or Honey
Right,
Mustard,
right.
but it's A for me.
I'd give it an A as well.
Oh, Sweet Baby Ray's again? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He said,
Creamy buffalo.
come on, boys. Be nice to Ray.
There used to be a picture of Ray on this.
What's he look like?
I only remember him as like a Louisiana jazz man. We need to look up a picture because I have a very clear image in my head.
Like Velvet Vic?
I don't know about that thing. I think I'm just picturing Louis Armstrong, to be honest. I might have gotten them confused. It's a little known fact, Louis Armstrong and Sweet Baby Ray were good friends.
That was his nickname.
Yeah,
Sweet Baby Ray.
I gotta look up Sweet Baby Ray. I'm sorry.
Let me see a picture of him. Man better look fucking stunning. Like Benjamin Button or something.
Alright, show me a picture of Ray. These are all just the sauce. Oh, there he is.
That is not at all
No, this
what you
isn't
described
him.
him as.
That's not him.
That is absolutely him.
That's not him.
100%.
Wait, now look up Louis Armstrong.
I can tell you right off the bat, there's a big difference, Danny.
Just type in what does Sweet Baby Ray look like? And then like meet and greet maybe.
Sweet Baby Ray look like?
Is there like a Sweet Baby Ray convention maybe that he appears at?
Come on. Show me your...
It might not be a real person.
That's true.
Well, I'm sure at one point there was a character, at
Yeah.
least.
Well, I'm gonna try his, what is this, creamy buffalo? Yucky.
Well, to see if Jackson can find a good picture of Sweet Baby Ray.
Hopefully none of the ones I found.
Oh, I hate this one.
I do not like buffalo. I don't like buffalo and I don't like blue cheese. So let's try it. What is this? Creamy buffalo? The color alone is disconcerting. Like, that's some neon shit. Looks like paint.
Buffalo sauce is not good.
Not good. Not bad with blue cheese. But not good.
Yeah, I won't give it like an F. I'll give it a D. But fuck, I hate.
If I could really separate the F, this would be F plus if that's better, and then F minus for blue cheese. But I'd go D, F for blue cheese. It had some kick to it.
It did.
I'll give you that. Normally I think you're crazy, but that one had some kick.
That's just gross. Buffalo. Do you like buffalo sauce, Danny? You strike me
I
as a
don't.
buffalo guy.
I'm not
you
a
like
buffalo guy.
sauce?
I love buffalo sauce.
I've never been a Buffalo guy.
Yeah.
Every time we do one of these, I learn something I don't like about you.
You make me sick.
We've got, you like buffalo sauce, you eat the plain Cheerios.
Plain Cheerios.
She liked those really awful tasting fruit, like berries, the golden
Blackberries.
berries or whatever
No, I
they
hated
were.
the golden berries. Hold on.
Wait, which are the ones that you
blackberries.
like?
She liked
I
blackberries.
thought blackberries are delicious.
Very bitter.
Yeah, if you like eating raw butthole, I guess. It's fucking gross.
Yeah, Chelsea.
Yeah.
Insinuating that you
I know.
can cook butthole?
Raw, as opposed to the boiled butthole.
Yes. The worst kind. Don't get me started on fried.
Oh. Alright, Chick-fil-A special sauce.
Is that what it's called?
Or
Or
is
is
this
it
Chick-fil-A
Oh,
sauce?
okay, I was gonna say, when did they add that to it? I like Chick-fil-A sauce.
Everyone likes Chick-fil-A sauce.
I believe it's barbecue and mayo?
Mayo, I think.
Maybe honey mustard? Or just barbecue and mayo?
Well, I mean, the color would indicate there's at least honey mustard elements to it.
Unless they use a golden barbecue sauce.
Yum, yum, yum.
Ooh, baby. Smoke it.
That is good.
Yummy. I like that a lot.
I'll give it S tier.
S for me as well.
I've always liked Chick-fil-A sauce.
Whew. That
Speed run.
slaps.
That was easy.
Are you done with that?
Yeah, my tummy's hurting.
Have you had Polynesian before?
Yep, I used to like Polynesian more than
As a
Chick-fil-A
kid,
sauce.
Polynesian was my favorite.
Yep.
I agree. There's a cap.
Yeah, you see.
I wasn't Danny. Danny. There, get the little extra
I'm basking in your shame.
sauce. That's unbelievable. Woo!
Oh, yeah.
I like Polynesian.
Oh, here comes the choo-choo train. Woo! Not as good as I remember.
Is it similar, like sweet and sour from McDonald's?
Yeah. You remember when BTS had their own meal?
Mm-hmm.
Tastes nothing like that.
Good.
No, just
It's
reminding,
very
just reminding you.
brown sugary.
Yeah.
That is, I don't think we can check the contents. Well, wait, yes we can. We have a bottle of it. That's got to have a ton of sugar in it. 2 tablespoons is 16 grams of sugar.
It's too sweet for me. I know why I liked it more as a kid now, though.
Right.
I haven't had this in a long
Here, wait, I
time.
want to try it on a fry. See how it is with potatoes.
I'll give it a B tier. That's
What
me.
about potatoes?
That's mainly nostalgia talking, to be honest. Ordinarily, I'd give that like a B, like lower B, high C. I'll stick with B though. Too sweet.
Agreed. B. That's real sweet. I did not remember it being that sweet. Whew! Oh God.
Is that buffalo?
Who set them in this order?
Oh, this is yum
This is
yum.
Yum Yum sauce.
Oh God! This is what I puked up everywhere!
Oh, when you had food poisoning, you had a lot of yum yum. Let's go!
No! I can't look at it!
I'm just kidding, it's not Yum Yum sauce.
If you puke, this will be such good content.
Yeah, it's not on the carpet, please.
Yeah, the carpet's new, so just do it on the table.
Oh, I'm having flashbacks! No! You're like a terrorist.
Of flavor.
Yeah, you're like Guy Fieri's enemy.
Flavor Town's arch.
Yeah.
Oh God, this is honestly the first time I've looked at this since.
How long ago was it that you got food poisoning and went to the hospital?
I think it was before the pandemic even. It's like 2.5 years ago, and I still to this day can't eat sushi because of it. It was that bad.
But you can eat yum yum.
I don't know that I can.
Oh, that did not really work with chicken.
That's what I like to hear. This is actually scaring me.
Did you even get any on there?
Wait, but now you've conquered it.
I haven't. I really haven't.
Just lick it.
I think if I tried, I could puke right now.
Pussy.
We're good.
Do it.
It's clearly just flavored mayo.
That's what makes it so good. It's not very good on chicken though. Let me try it on.
Try it on a French fry, Matt.
No thanks.
That's where you're gonna get most of the good stuff, Matt. Here, we'll split a fry.
Well, no, because here's what I puked everywhere. Oh, thank you. It was yum yum sauce on sweet potato sushi.
Because that's a normal potato, Matt.
No, this is
Oh, good point. It's not a sweet potato.
It's also not sushi.
Why do I do this?
time. Much better.
You have got me over my fear of this. Still will never eat sushi again in my life.
We'll have to do a sushi tier list next.
I don't eat seafood.
Gas station sushi, though.
Yeah, for botulism.
Botulism tier list.
Definitely better on the French fry.
Yeah,
Look how quickly you got over that.
Yeah, that
You
helped
should
a
thank,
lot.
You should thank Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
it's called exposure therapy.
I used to do it for spiders.
Are you still afraid of them?
I am.
We'll have to do a spider.
You
test.
clearly didn't expose yourself enough.
Oh, it helped a lot, honestly. I used to be a lot more afraid.
All right, last one.
I don't know why.
I'll give it A tier. I think Yum Yum is normally S tier, but we don't have anything fun to taste it with, so I'm just gonna go A tier.
I'm gonna put it in A. Never again.
I'm sure this one will also give you flashbacks.
Yeah, I'm sure this one will be great. I'm excited to dip my chicken in soy sauce.
That was Charlie's idea.
It was Charlie.
I said we need to have soy sauce for
Do
my
you
chicken.
do you dip stuff in soy sauce, Charlie?
No, I don't
That's
even-
not sushi.
I don't even like soy sauce. I don't dip my sushi in soy sauce. It's literally just salt.
You're
Yeah,
quite
it is.
literally just giving me PTSD on these last two sauces. There it goes. you took
You
so
took a
much.
healthy
Holy
dollop
shit.
there.
That's so salty.
It's just a bunch of like salt and oil. I don't like it on sushi. I don't like it on anything. It just overpowers all of it.
You have to. I like it, but it has to like a drop per bite, like very light flavor.
Oh, that was a lot. Sorry for yelling. Now, do we rate it just as soy sauce or soy sauce on chicken? On chicken, not good.
We get to try it on a French fry.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Oh, actually, that might not be bad because it's just
Here,
salty
let
fries.
me get a normal. Little. Is that good? Just
Yeah,
little
just a
drop?
little bit.
Yeah, a little playful drop.
I mean, I wouldn't do it again.
Still don't like it.
I'm gonna put this in my sauce.
I just don't like soy sauce very much. I'm gonna give it a D.
Honestly, that combo, I'd give an F.
People are gonna lose their fucking minds in the comments, but I just don't like soy sauce.
I enjoy soy sauce, just don't put it on chicken tenders.
The only thing I ever like soy sauce on is like a hibachi when they do it with their rice and
Yeah.
the noodles together. I think that's when it really works. But when you're trying to like dip shit in it like sushi and all that, it's yucky.
Soy sauce has a place, and this is not it.
Kind of want to drink it though.
Do it.
It's gonna be the perfect end to the video. if you-
Yeah.